Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Joey 672 coming to you guys with a live stream right now. I got the times mixed up. I thought it was 8:30 instead of 7:30, so my bad. I screwed up. I apologize. This was not meant to happen, but we're here to talk about this is the Eagles-Bengals Q&A. We're here to talk about just this matchup and just whatever you guys have on your minds today. So obviously, I'm doing something differently with the comment section. Going to be going through a little bit quicker because it's taking too much time, and people that heard stuff earlier are getting the same repeating time for another 20 minutes. So I'm going to try to get through these for all of you guys. You guys have been a big help on everything. If you guys haven't checked out, me and Philly Mike did a Philly Talk podcast. Philly Mike, we did a live stream yesterday on both channels, so check that out. We talked about some Bengals, talked about some other things, so I appreciate him bringing me on his channel. Both live streams, so you'll find on each of our channels, so I very much appreciate him a lot. So let's see who's in the chat right now. We got Big Slay. What is going on, man? Let's see. Corey Wright. We have Donnie Beck here. Sup, Joey? Hope Carson has a big game tomorrow. I think we all need it. We have our John 2035. Yo, guys, greeting from Germany. Fly Eagles Fly. Awesome, man. I like to have guys across the country be subscribed to the channel. Just guys that watch. It's fantastic. Tyler Stickman, what's up? Joseph, what's going on, man? Jock Talk, man. I know you're always here. Tyler Stick, man, what's going on, bro? Yeah, I know sorry about the time, guys. Jock, what's going on? Sonic, what's going on? Dave McKnight, Shake Squad Up, what's going on, bro? Let's see what we got. We have Jay Koch. I like Joe Shakes Philly 500. You could be mad at player and talk well-deserved shit, and they won't block you from the chat. No, I don't block anybody unless it's someone that's really being really. I've only blocked maybe a few people on YouTube in 5 years. Donnie, what's going on, man? Josh, what's going on? Maximum Wagner. Bobby Murphy, what's going on? Mark Holmes totally blocked me. That's horrible. That is horrible. That is very petty. Jay Koch, what's going on? Just looking at names we haven't really heard of yet. Deshante Dupree, what's going on, bro? Always in here. Let's see. And we have Matt Weeks. What's going on, bro? One of the loyalists on here. Kobe Bryant, always in the chat. Thank you for coming in, man. I know Miles Sanders going off 150 yards and 35 receiving. Some good yards for Miles Sanders. We really need him to have a good game. George Johnson, what's going on? South Carolina. Awesome, George. Awesome, man. Jersey boy. Sup, Joey Shakes? How you doing, bro? Hope you're having a good night. Jay Koch. Let's see. We got Kevin Cronin in the building. What's up, dude? We got Todd in here. What's going on, man? Green up next. What's going on? Definitely a must win. That's definite. Alex Hayden says Joey keeps it the realist. I try. That's all I could really do. So I appreciate that. TFP 23. What's going on, bro? GOM Clan. Miles Sanders going to have the best game. Everyone is on the hype train for Miles Sanders right now. Love it. Maxim Wagner, do you think A.J. Green will be a problem? I think he'll be all right. Obviously he's still productive. I think the one thing that's really important about this Bengals game is that both the defensive tackles are going to be not playing in this game. The starting defensive tackles for the Bengals are not playing. It should be an easy, not easy, but it should have been easy, but we're making it harder on our own right now. We need to get this run game going, get a nice balance with the pass, and obviously the play calling's got to be pretty good. And got to say, Carson Wentz has a big day. Todd, tomorrow will determine the season. I think so too, man. I really do. I think tomorrow will determine the season because 0-3 is not a good start. If this team gets to 0-4, it's not going to be good. Alex is repping Shake Squad from Santa Barbara. Awesome, bro. Awesome. We got Alex Hahn. What's going on, man? D-Jack's 2 touchdowns. I like to see Deshaun Jackson do something at least. It would make me happy at least. At least something. Hold on. Let's see. I hate this because sometimes it says. Let's see. Kobe Bryant says not only Miles Sanders, but there's a certain itch with Joshua on defense. Joshua's had a better year. I think every year Joshua has got better, so it's good. Sonic, do you think about what they will put Deshaun Jackson on a deep route because the Cincinnati Bengals secondary is trash? They should if they're smart, and I think anybody could be open at this moment. Obviously, Jalen Reagor is not playing, so Deontay Burnett gets his chance, moves up to the active roster. I've liked Deontay Burnett, had a very good camp. Sandy Psi, you ready for us to lose tomorrow? Look, I'm not feeling too good about this game because of how we've been playing, and that's obviously normal. It's not a bad thing to say that we might lose because we actually could. RW Joe will be a problem. Yeah, I don't know. Joe Burrow is not afraid to run with the football in his hands. A lot of Philly Mike talked about the other day. A lot of empty sets in the backfield for Joe Burrow. 5 wide receivers on the field. So sometimes he just likes. I think the Bengals actually have a lot of trust in Joe Burrow to throw the football, and he has. He's done that. But he can run for 30 yards. He can scramble for 30 yards pretty easily. So it's nice. See, Iverson the fifth. What's up, man? Carson gonna bounce back. I hope so. I hope he looks somewhat better than these last couple weeks. I mean, I need something from him. Weapon 2020. What's good, boss? We will see any of our rookie linebackers this week since Nick Gary is. I don't know, dude. I really hope that Sean Bradley gets his chance. Yeah, some of these guys need to get their chance right now. Okay, our 3rd-round pick from Colorado has to get his chance. I think I've looked enough at Nate Gary. I think I've looked enough at some of these guys at linebacker. It's the weakest position on our defense right now. I mean, you could say that about defensive line maybe, but our pass rush isn't there yet. Obviously, Derek Barnett and Javon Hargrave just got back last week, and they're knocking off some rust right now, but Fletcher Cox is kind of downgraded a little bit, and really has regressed this year a little bit in the first few weeks. Hasn't really looked too good. Alex Hayden, Doug, and Carson should have a good game plan this week. They know they need to step it up. That's definite, bro. That's definite. Sorry, if I take like a minute or two. BLSG, what's up, man? How you doing, bro? Kevin says, do you think Graylin Arnold will play tomorrow? If they do 3 safety sets, I don't know. But Graylin Arnold does play corner as well, so you could kind of move him around a little bit. He only played corner his freshman year at Baylor, but then became a free safety after that. So Tronic says Wentz needs to be better. Yes, he does, especially for his kid. Yes. Sandeep side, AJ Green, 150 yards, 3 touchdowns. Damn. I don't know if that's going to happen, but the way this defense is playing right now, it's very hard to say that he's going to get that many yards. But, hey, I don't know. Orlo, even if we win tomorrow, I'm still going to feel good because it's the Bengals. Yeah. I'm not going to feel good. I'll feel good about the win, obviously. But, guys, it's the Bengals. At the end of the day, it's the damn Bengals. Okay? At the end of the day, it's the Bengals. I mean, you're going to face a lot harder teams. The schedule just gets harder and harder. So it's going to be nuts. Kobe says, not only sweat, but my real hot take is Darius Slay is not going to get a pick Sunday, and you better shout me out when he does, Joey. I will shout you out, but I do like Darius Slay getting a pick in this game. I think it's a perfect game for him to get a pick, and we'll just see what happens. Alex Hayes says, what does Press Taylor actually do? I have no idea. He's a passing game coordinator, and he watches the quarterbacks. I mean, that's all I can really say. Eagles have Lance says, tomorrow is all about Wentz, period. And I think it is, too. I'm really not even – the defense plays good or bad tomorrow. It is what it is. The most importantly, our quarterback's got to get up to par with what we're doing, and he's got to be 100% like straight A in this game. I mean, we can't afford Wentz to look this bad going through his 5th year. It's not looking good right now, but I'm hoping that Carson eliminates the noise. Just beat Carson Wentz, and you can win this game. Max and Wagner, I think that T.J. Edwards is going to do good. T.J. Edwards has done good on special teams. He's done good. Obviously, he's good against the run. He's all right. All these linebackers got fooled on that boot pass last week. They got fooled badly. Their eyes are not good. And I really want to see Sean Bradley in this game. I mean, obviously, I think it's only going to the 3rd week, but I want to see some of these guys do get better. Nathan Gary just can't cover. And T.J. Edwards has always been that strong guy in special teams, but we'll see. Dean Scarbriel says, do you think J.J. will have a good game? Dude, he hasn't even got a reception yet. I mean, it's that bad right now, so not sure. Tronic says, we about to go 14-win streak. I don't know about that, bro. I mean, they're really have to turn my eye if that's the case. O'Neill Costa says, Jim Short should be in the hot seat after this game if we give up more than 21 points. Oh, I think so, too. I think so, too. I think there's a lot to do with that. I think, Jim Schwartz at the end of last week said that he pretty much had a bad game plan. It was a very simple game plan, but he needs to do better. But at the same time, guys, like Jim Schwartz is only given what he's given. Howie Roseman builds this roster. Jim really has no eyes. I mean, obviously he sees players that he wants, but it doesn't mean that they're going to get them. Between the draft and free agency, like Jim is working with whatever he has on the field right now. But when it comes to game planning, he's got to be there. He's got to change some things around. So we'll see. Art John 2035, do you think Raylan Arnold makes an impact on Sunday? I do not know. That's one question I do not know. Deshaun Dupree says, man, I'm scared of our defense, Joey. Better not let Burrow shred us and put us on his tacos like some Mexican-style cheese, man. I really hope so. I really hope not, because Burrow will just run with the ball. And there are plays where Burrow gets the ball in his hands, and since offense is spread out with 5 wide receivers, it spreads that defense out a little bit, and then Joe Burrow is not afraid to run, guys. He looks like Carson Wentz in his second year. Well, his first year at least, where he looked kind of good but kind of bad. Start Trevor. Miroslav, if you don't know this year, he should be cut at the end of the year. If JJ, I don't know, man. I'm not really sure about JJ getting cut. I don't know, because he doesn't get a reception, but at the same time, Carson Wentz got to get the ball in his hands. But Carson Wentz has screwed up more than JJ has probably done a lot more. He probably would have had his first touchdown against the Rams, and Wentz threw it too much on him than in front of him. Yo, Twan Eagles, what's going on, bro? Hope you're having a good night tonight, bro. TFP23, when poorly constructed teams like this win games, it sets the franchise back. This is our team. And that's what happens. We get set back playing like that, and it's like you have to reset every week to find what type of identity this team does have, and that's where it gets really annoying. TFP. JM says, this Schwartz defense is a failure. They can get one turnover. They need a turnover. Sadly to say, they need a turnover badly. Oniel Acosta says, when does Will Parks return? Week 6 is definitely the target. Twan says, right, Nate Gary can't cover. Rams tight end 2 touchdowns. Yes. Bad against tight end, against Higbee, against Cooper Kupp in zone. It was just really bad. Yeah. Bear Slate said, I think Quez comes back. He's going to be good second wide receiver to Jalen. I like Quez a lot. Unfortunately, he missed a lot of time. So we're going to have to see, after it's short-term IR, but they haven't brought him up yet. So we'll see. I Drip 222 says, I hope we win this game, but I'm not a fan of 0-3. I think none of us are. And it's going to be in turmoil. Bobby Murphy said, play Burnett and sit Jaws ass down somewhere. He sucks. Tell me how you really feel, Bobby. Tell me how you really feel. No, I know what you're saying, though. I want to give Deontay Burnett a chance, definitely. I Drip 222. He must be playing Maddox if he got 3 touchdowns. Tyree Ergel says, huge fan. Me and my coworkers listen to on our lunch break. Jim Schwartz is a great defensive coach, but his scheme is completely outdated, not working in today's league. He's got to make some changes, man. I'm not saying we have to go back to a 3-4, but I do like this defense. But I think he doesn't have all the right weapons. I don't think they found pieces, especially at the linebacker core. And then, Jalen Mills got to be smarter. If he's the last line of defense, he can't just go up and make a tackle immediately. He's got to sit back and just try to defend the field, which he does. He did make some mistakes there. But Jim Schwartz definitely has half of the blame. I think the other half is they don't have the set pieces in the middle of the field yet, and that's a lot to do with it. Dave Big Night, yo Shakes, how you doing? I'm good, man. Same old. Sonic, Jail Bill sucks. I wouldn't say that he sucks that bad. I think he's actually played a lot better. Mayor Slate, bro, any win we get is good enough for me, and I think that's a true thing. But honestly, it's the Bengals. It's the Bengals. We all know this. Jay Koch, when's going to break off some runs? I really hope so. I really hope he does something. I don't care if he scrambles for 15, 20 yards. I just want him to look productive, have some poise in the pocket, look good, and that's all that matters. Kobe Bryant said, I know someone did not just say AJ Green's going to run 3 touchdowns. He's going to have at least 50 yards with Bo Slay on him. Probably lost the game. He's lost his touch, honestly. I think he's good. I think he needs to be on. I think AJ Green just needs to be on another football team. I think he would flourish on a really packed roster. I just think right now he is good, but I think he's all they really have. I mean, besides Joe Mixon, and I'm not. T. Higgins really needs to show a little bit more. Got drafted from Clemson. So we'll see. John Jr. says time to sign AB. Signing a receiver is not going to change how this offense plays. It's not. It's up to Carson Wentz. You can have the best receivers on this lineup, but you need the quarterback, and that's all that matters. Sonic, I have a question. Who's the number 1 wide receiver? We don't have one right now because we're not treating anybody like a number one wide receiver. We're not taking chances upfield. And when we do, it's very sloppy, and it's not. And we're kind of exploiting our deep threats pretty easily when we had Rager and Deshaun on opposite sides. So there's a lot to go with this whole thing. So Marisley, Joey, JJ is the new Matt Collins, bro. I feel like he should have fighting for his job like he did with to Sidney and Doug. I feel like Deontay should have been fighting against JJ. And I think you're right on that because – Matt Collins had one reception pretty much in 4 months, and it was really bad. It was really bad. I think with Deontay coming up, there could be a little bit of fight. But the Eagles didn't cut JJ because he's a second-round pick because he actually had a really good offseason. He looks a lot better, looks more leaner. He actually got open a few times on some plays, but, Carson Wentz just couldn't get the pass. So we'll just have to see. iDrip says, I thought it was a football team that we took the L, and that's embarrassing. Todd Womack says, at this point, we just need to win. We need winning vibes. I know we need to be excited about this team. A lot of people are just very negative about this team right now, me included, because it's pathetic that we waited this long to see football, and this is the result that we're getting. It looks like these guys didn't even get an off season at all. Green Up Next says, I've been playing with Kevon Wallace and Madden. He's a beast. He should get a chance to play. I think they should. I don't think the Eagles have the right guys on the field right now. Like I said before, I think they need to switch up the linebackers. I think Kevon should get a chance, and he's just not getting a chance right now, which is kind of crazy. Is Quez going to play? I have no idea. Giant Beck Joey, I'm optimistic, bro. 5-win streak. Hey, look, if that happens, I will be on board. I'm always on board, but I'll be happy if that happens. Tonio, what's going on, man? Alex Haynes says, what would it take the season for Doug to get fired, or is he staying no matter what? I honestly don't know. I think this is going to be a critical year for him because, number one, he's calling the plays. He's the OC of this offense. So I think a lot is coming into effect right now with some of these coaches. But Doug is definitely on the spotlight this year. There's no doubt about it. Jock says, Orlo, not till after week 3. Tyree Ergel says, if Carson throws 2 picks by the half, will you bench him by the half? I don't know. He would have to play really, really, really bad. And the Eagles are going to have to make a tough decision, probably a decision I'm not going to agree with. But if he gets to the point where he's blowing this game away easily, then something has to get done. I'm not necessarily saying that quarterback has to get changed, but maybe I am. I don't know. But something has got to get done. Sonic 2, when J-Jaw kissed his first catch, we should clap. John Drew says, Shakes, what you doing? Copenhagen? I am doing Skull Cherry, actually. That's what I'm doing. I haven't done Copenhagen in a long time. Good question, though. Green Up Next. John Hines will be a gem. I believe he had separation. He just dropped the ball, but I believe he definitely had nerves that first game. He had that one drop. But if you watch Thomas Peterson, he's on Twitter. He does videos on all these breakdowns of these guys. And John Hightower got open, I think, 5 or 6 times in that game. But unfortunately, Carson Wentz was getting bull rushed, and some passes were not accurate at the same time when he was protected to throw to Hightower. I think Hightower is definitely a gem. I could see it with his separation just from that first game in general. Orlo, damn, it sucks. I wanted to see Quez. Eagle Slayer, what's up, my guy? How's your week been? Eagle Slayer, what's going on, bro? It's been good, man. Same old, same old. Ready for tomorrow. Orlo, trade JJ. Might happen after this year. I mean, you don't even have to trade him because he's not going to cost that much. Donnie said, I know I'm going to sound like a madman, but I got a good feeling we're beating the Ravens. We'll see what happens. I'm taking it 1 week at a time, bro. 1 week at a time. Max Meyer, do you know anything about Devonta Freeman? He signed with the Giants. Cody Bryant, the thing is, we let Burrow get on the field barely, then we have a high chance. We just need to get pressure and close that pocket on Burrow. This defensive line needs to work this week. If this defensive line can't beat that horrible offensive line the Bengals have, it's going to be a mess. Deshaun Dupree, does Doug have the balls to bench Wentz if he stinks it up again? I don't know, man. I really don't know, because once you bench him, it's over, guys. Controversy is coming. It's going to be between Hurts and Wentz. This whole thing is going to start, and it's going to look really ugly. Orla says, we could really have drafted DK. I know. O'Neal Cross says, Sidney Jones is getting cooked against the Dolphins. Oh, I didn't watch that game, but that's not good. Sonic, when J-Jaw gets his first catch, we should... Darson Passel says Davion Taylor needs to play. Davion Taylor and Sean Bradley need to get on the field. They do. Mayor Slate, Joey need some balls. What is JJ doing on the field? If not cut, he should be on practice squad. Hey, it's not looking good. He's not even getting a reception right now. It's pretty bad. Darson Patzel said, "Who is the last late round pick Eagles have turned into a Pro Bowler? Last late round pick that's a Pro Bowler? I don't even know, and I don't think it's probably around our time. I honestly don't know. Be honest." Blessing says, "Start Trevor 5'9" Maddox can't handle 6'4" T Higgins." Well, we're gonna have to see. T Higgins hasn't really playing to his full potential, like too crazy. So we're just gonna have to see. Marislade says Burnett can't not do worse. That he actually has a couple catches and actually good. Burnett actually he's good. I think he's kind of slow at the break of his route, but he's got that speed going upfield. So hopefully he gets some advantage. Use him on some, maybe use him on some slants or something. I don't know how much playing time he's going to get, but I'm looking for Hightower to have a big game. I want to see a lot more. Idrip 222, a low key want Frank Reich and Joe Douglas back. It will never happen. Well, Joe Douglas is building a roster for the Jets, not looking too great right now. It's mostly the coaching, not really the GM over there. And Frank Reich, he's looking, that offense for the Colts looks like us. Look what he's doing with, with their quarterback now and just with this offense and what they're doing. And they got a lot of cap space, too. Chris Perez, Travis Fulgham is pretty good, too. I don't know. Travis Fulgham's not going to get, I don't think he's going to get playing time regardless. He's a backup possession receiver. I don't think he's going to get playing time. James said, blow it all up and trade every trade player. Even if we're a 3-win team at the bye. I don't know what they're going to do by the trade deadline. This is going to be the chance for the Eagles to get rid of some contracts. And if they know that if they know they're not making it to the playoffs, they need to make some changes. And I think some changes are going to get done. Tyree Argyle says, Doug hurting us or Carson? I think both, bro. Both are hurting. John Jr., bring back that 46 defense. Yeah. I watched the biography of that, and that was just amazing how many guys they had on that defense. Idrip 222, both. I agree. Matt Slayer, do we draft another wide receiver or sign one at the end of the year? I'm not worried about a receiver right now. I think I want offensive line. I want defensive line because I don't know what's going to happen with Derek Barnett, Jannard Avery. Is he going to peak? Is Josh Sweat the future at defensive end? And Fletcher Cox and Javon Hargrave are going to be here. Malik Jackson might not. I don't know if they're going to keep him on a big contract. 3 defensive tackles are getting a lot of money right now, especially one that's a backup. So I'm not really sure. But they need to look at some linebackers. So we'll see. But when the time comes. Jock says J. Jaw, 0 catches. DK torched the defensive MVP of last week, as we all watch. It's horrible, man. It's horrible. If missed 2K, I trust Doug Pearson. He went 1-5 with the Chiefs. Then they won 11 straight. So, yep. Hector Pimentel X-Pro says, need Slay transform to Captain Big Play Slay. And I think he needs to have a good game. He needs to have a really good game. Chris says not giving have someone like Michael Thomas would help a lot. Yeah, I know. Mayor Slay, I think you can have enough solid wide receiver. JJ is holding us back. I don't think JJ is holding us back, but I think Carson is holding these receivers from having good games. You got to think of it like that, too, because Carson is kind of screwing up the stat sheet for these receivers. Deshaun Dupree, Wentz needs to take a deep breath before every snap. Yeah, a breath and some therapy, probably. Start Trevor. Trevor Williams, baby. Don't know. Kavai Jones, what's going on, man? Tyra Eagle Earl says Bags will be forced to have a big game. The rookie not going to test big play Slay. We're going to find out what Maddox has against, obviously, he's undersized corner. Bad against his coverage last game wasn't good. It wasn't. I mean, in camp is camp, but now we need to figure out what's going on. Bobby Stevens says people are shocked about the 0-2 start. Have y'all seen this roster? Look, on paper it was good when it came to the season, but it's on the coaching and it's on Carson Wentz, man. Unfortunately, Mayor Slate, bro, I feel like the Peterson should give up play calling once we get one. We're going to have a better team. I think Doug just needs an OC. I'm not really worried about Doug leaving, but I want him to have his own OC, and I think that's where we really need it right now. Kavai said, I want to see some Davion Terra. What's the worst that could happen? Our linebacker is sucking anyways. Yeah, we need to put him or Sean Bradley, one of the two, or both at the time, or both at least. JM, Doug is calling the plays, but how good is the playbook? It's not. It's very plain vanilla and very bold, and it's not exciting at all. Tonio says Sean Bradley should start. Kavan should start. There's a lot that should be done for this defense, definitely. Sonic 2, sorry about the last comment. I was supposed to say catch, not kiss. No, it's all right. Chris says that second interception in the Washington game was Hightower's fault. I think it was, he didn't break the route. He didn't come back too early. So, yeah, it's a lot to do with it. It's the whole team, guys. Twan says, just Carson. I don't have tunnel vision when it comes to passing, and that's just what it is. Weapon 2020 says, I would love to see Davion Terra on the field. I feel like that kid will be a beast after some of the field experience. I think he would. I think they should just try him out. Like you said, like what's the worst that could happen? Green up next says Jack Driscoll is a gem as well. I saw clips of him being Chase Young a lot. Yeah, him and Nate Herbig's another guy we should look at as well. Matt's defense needs to eat, definitely. Artnom 2035. Does anyone know how the Eagles intend to use Jamon Brown? I don't know if he's even starting. I don't know what's going on. If Jamon Brown's getting playing time, he's obviously just a backup role. He's a veteran guard. So we'll just have to see by then. Chris Perez, so now the team is down on him, but I still think Hightower can have a good season. I think Hightower can have a great season. Strange Flick says Carson Wentz will have a much better game. We'll see. Maximum Wagner says I want to be like the Jets game last year. 10 sacks, we'll see. Philly Talk Podcast says gotta win at all costs, and that's really important, man. Like, we just need the win. No matter how bad or good it looks, we're still going to nitpick and have problems with it, but we just need this win, period. Shout out to the Philly Talk Podcast. If you haven't subscribed to the Philly Talk Podcast, please do. Philly Mike does a really good job breaking down a lot of these games, a lot of these situational football, and doing good things like that. Covers the Sixers, the Eagles. You won't be disappointed. So thank you, Philly Talk Podcast, for dropping the comment in the live chat. By Murphy, if Carson sticks up and they do bench him, I'm curious to see how another QB does, to see who really is Doug's play calling or Wentz, because I believe it's Wentz. I think it's both. I think it's both a lot. But there are times when Doug calls a play and it works and Carson screws up, so it goes both ways. Blessing Manselli says Max has proven he is severely inconsistent and not that good. I'd rather have Trevor on the outside. Trevor is big. He's physical. Okay, we're going to see. Obviously, changes are going to get made if something does happen with these corners, if it doesn't look great. Graham next, do you believe Prince Tega Wanabo will be good? He's on practice squad right now. I don't know. Maybe he's a project. I'm not really sure. Strange Flick says Wentz won't suck this year. He's good. Everybody has to back bad games. And hopefully he doesn't have another one tomorrow. Blessing says the slot guys are really overrated, but put Cravon in every time he's on the field. He makes a play. And you know what? Avonte Max had I think all the corners had a bad game, but the coverage was just horrible. I think in the middle of the field with the linebackers, and we fell for a lot of boot passes and play action. It just wasn't good. So Chris Perez says we should be drafting receivers every year, probably, and cornerback as well. I drip 222. I want O-line, D-line, and corners. I agree with that, man. I agree with that. Kavai Jones, if we know for sure we're missing the playoffs, which won't happen, I say we should trade Ertz and shop players Cox, Rodney, and Derek. I don't know if you're not gonna shop. You could shop players that have one more year left as of this year. But I mean, I think Ertz would probably be the top candidate to trade if we're not going to the playoffs. That'd probably be something we'd have to do. Wilbert Montgomery, yes. Bymer says Cox making 22 plus this season, and for the next two seasons he needs to restructure. He disappears too often. He's not looking good, man. Javon Hargrave just got back, so there's a lot going on here. Infamous 2K, can we still sign an OC? They can do whatever they want. They can get rid of Doug's play calling whenever they want. It's up to Jeffrey Lurie. Donnie said, I think Wentz needs to roll out of the pocket like 2017 and stop trying to be a pocket QB. I agree 100%. I noticed a lot. Even last year I noticed a big difference. John Deere, as long as we beat the Cowboys, and that's all that matters. Blessing Masley says, what do you think of the Eagles should do with the linebacker core? Who should start? I think Sean Bradley, Davion Taylor should get their chance. They just need to mix some guys around, see what happens. Chris Perez, I'll be rolling Carson out in every play, begin with the game. I'm hoping he looks like Carson tomorrow. Kavai said, I really thought Jalen was going to have 1,000-plus receiving yards, but now that he's out 4 to 5 weeks, it sucks. I say Dallas G gets 1,000, and John gets 800. Sounds good, man. Sounds really good. Agree up next. Getting Alshon back will be good. If Carson could throw to him, it'll be good, but if not, it's just going to be the same shit show we've been seeing every week. Agree up next. When we get him back, probably next week. I'm hearing late as late as week 5. That could actually happen. Chris says it's not even just bad games. A lot of really good QBs have really bad seasons. It is, but last year he had a bad year too, except for the last month of the season. I mean, he really didn't have a good. He had a better year last year so far. And Mike Rowe is looking really good right now, and that's really sad to say. Go pass it bums is facts. JM. 4 first-round picks for Ertz and Fletch alone. Hey, you look at the Raiders, what they did with Khalil Mack and Amari Cooper. They got 3 first-round picks for both of those players, and look at them now. Look at that team that they got. You know, you got to hit the reset button sometimes. I'm not saying a rebuild, but they need to tweak with some of these players. They need to get some picks. They need Howie Roseman to get. I'm done with Howie Roseman. I'm finished. Like I want him gone. I don't want to get first-round picks if Howie Roseman is still in the building. I do not want him in this building anymore. I'm done with him. So Max said we need to do a slate to do the greatest. The whole defense needs to do great. The whole defense needs to do great. Kobe says, I think Jalen Mills is also too trigger happy. He just wants to hit people. That's good and all, but we be conservative, stay back there, and be smart. Leads to turnovers and changes the outcome of games. Yeah, he's got to play smart. You can't just go up and try to get that big hit all the time. I understand, but I think he looks better at safety so far than he did at cornerback. I think that's definitely a plus. Tyree says, do we start Hurts next week if we lose tomorrow? It depends how bad the loss is. It depends. If we lose by 1 point, probably not. But if we lose by 40, yeah, probably. It might happen. You never know. Am I going to agree with it? I don't know. We're just going to have to see. Artem2035. Unfortunately, I have to go to sleep because it's a little later. The Germany that it's for you. Good night. See you guys. Flagels fly, bro. And thank you for joining the stream, guys. 71 people in here. Hey, if you guys haven't checked out this channel, go to my latest video. Did an Alshon Jeffrey video. Did a couple live streams. If you guys want to check those out as well from the coming weeks of the other weeks. If you guys haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Do appreciate that. If you guys haven't put a like on this video, please hit a like on it. Sorry, my voice is messed up today. Please hit the like button. I really do appreciate it. Helps the content get pushed out a lot more. Much appreciated from you guys. Shane Kells, we're 1 game behind in the East. Hopefully a win tomorrow is a stepping stone. We need to get into action and go on a strong run against the upcoming tougher competition. I still have faith. Hey, look, it's not going to get easy. It's not going to get easier than what it's getting now. Chris says, I would love to see if someone get Jamar Chase. Oh, Jesus. Jam, got to find a way to zoom these press conferences. These idiots need to hear from us. They really should. We should be asking them the questions. Rock the Artist, what's going on, bro? How you doing, man? Bobby Murphy, they are afraid to turn Wentz loose, let him run at times, etc., in fear of him getting injured again. And I hope they're not handicapping him. Like they might let him change the play, but I hope they're not handicapping him. Rock Yara says, I would put Hurts to see what he could do for a little. But once you do that, it's done. Like, once you do that, the confidence of Carson Wentz is gone, and you're going to have a big problem on your hands. You think just switching a quarterback's like a little thing. It's not. Like, it's going to tell Wentz a lot from how he's playing. Obviously, he knows how he's playing. He's playing like trash. Okay, he's playing like trash. It's not good. It's not good. This is a do or die game, definitely. Green up next. We just got relaxed. We should beat the Bengals, and the 49ers are banged up, so everyone just relax. Steelers have played nobody good, and Stephen A. Smith is saying they're a Super Bowl team. Yeah, I don't agree with that, but Chris Perez, hire me as the OC. I think anyone would do better than what Doug's doing right now. I think so. Mayor Slate, y'all saw the hit Robbie put on that player? Oh yeah, I saw that. I saw that. Kobe Bryant says the good thing we can actually be happy about is how our line performed against Aaron Donald. Everyone was saying our line was going to get destroyed. Run game should be strong tomorrow. I hope it is. I think Miles Sanders is looking for a big game. I think there's a lot to really talk about with that. Him lining up as a dual threat back, being receiving the ball as well is really good. I do like that. I love Miles Sanders the way he plays, man. I feel very comfortable with Miles Sanders in the backfield. Like, I'm not worried about anything when he's in the backfield. But this offensive line has to be top notch. And if they're not against this team, I'll be very – if the Eagles score like 35 to 40 points, I'll be like, okay, we know this team could play against them. So we're not the worst team out there. We just need to get our shit together. That's what we need to do. Rock Doris, Wentz God has to get his head in the game. He's got to be poised, man. He's got to get his head in the game. Chris Perez, Hurts can't even go through progressions. If his first option isn't open, he runs. And that's the thing, too. I think the only good thing about Hurts is probably his mobility, but that's as far as he's going to get right now. I don't have a lot of faith in Jalen Hurts. Chunk TVYT, I don't think we'll win more than 5 or so at this point. It was so bad this far. I don't think we'll be going this far. I can't disagree because this schedule is not going to get easy. It's getting harder. Jam, I truly can't believe the season is on week 3 against the freaking Bengals, but it is what it is. Been a shitty year anyway. Should have been at least 2-1, at least right now. Should be at least 2-1. We win this game tomorrow, we should at least be 2-1. That's how I think of it right now. O'Neal Cuss says Wentz is going to be poopy on after this game when we win by national media. And it is. It's going to say, well, they faced the Bengals. You know how it's going to be. That's why I don't watch First Take. I don't watch Undisputed. I don't watch anything because I just don't care, really. Matt says Wentz's wife needs to smack him around before the game and get him fired up. Yeah, probably. Green up next. Did you see the clips of the check down account on Instagram? It showed Miles Sanders blow. Yeah, I saw that. Miles Sanders was blocking for Carson Wentz in the backfield, and he was laying guys out. It was. I never really saw that. Obviously, because when Carson throws the ball, you're not seeing that when it happens. Sometimes you don't see it at the time. Bobby says Andy Reid benched McNabb. Cobb went back to McNabb. What makes Carson any better? If he were playing better, we wouldn't have to worry about it. I know, and we're gonna find out tomorrow. Alexander Ford, knowing that money is involved, do we bench Wentz if we lose tomorrow? It doesn't matter if money's involved. If he's not winning, if he's not doing what he's supposed to do, then if he gets beat by the Bengals, if he loses, if he gets creamed, like if they score over 30 on us, or we're losing by 30, 35, I don't know. At this point, it's not going to be good. A change will have to be made. Yo, Sparks, what's going on, man? Am I streaming the Bengals game? I'm still trying to figure that out right now. I really don't know if I'm doing it. Probably not. I'm gonna have a reaction to the game. Obviously I'm gonna have a reaction to the game after the game, my post game, and then I'm gonna have a live stream tomorrow. Obviously after the game, probably like couple hours after the game, just because we're just gonna wait a few hours, get our minds together, and get this going. So. No, the Beast, if the Eagles lose tomorrow, the season is done. It could be, man. It could, because I don't see after this Bengals game, it's going to be really hard getting wins, and we're going to see what this team's all about. Akbir the analyst, what's going on, man? Shout out to you, bro. If we win and Wentz has a bad game, it's still going to be a problem. It's going to be a huge problem. Tyler Jones, how long does Doug have as our head coach? It could be after this year, man. Time will tell. Sonic 2 says the problem I have with Carson Wentz is he does not see open guys. He can't make good throws. He hasn't made good throws. He hasn't made the easy throws. He hasn't really made the simple throws, even a screen pass. You know what I mean? Like, stop doing screen passes with tight ends. Stop doing stupid things like that. Greed of Dex, you should ask for 500 on Hop on the stream tomorrow for the Bengals game. Yeah, not tomorrow, man. It's going to be another day. Anthony James, along with the fifth-year 0-2 star for both McNabb and Wentz, the Eagles were also ranked 21st as team both times going to Week 3. Damn. Chris says Max Kellerman don't know what he's talking about. He says Wentz won't listen to Doug and keeps changing the plays. That's what I'm hearing, but I don't know if that's true. Conrad Castile, what's going on, man? XX Frost Knight 6161. We cannot lose tomorrow, or it's going to be a long season. Definitely, it's going to be a very long season. Anya Costa, are you watching the fight tonight? Costa? Nah, I don't really watch UFC, bro. I don't really watch. I watch boxing more than UFC, but. Noah the Beast says, do you think the Eagles can win tomorrow? I don't know. I really don't. It's going to be tough. It seems like it's an easy game to win, but at the end of the day, like, this team can only hold their own. What they could do, Doug can't be predictable with play calling, and Carson just has to get his mechanics right, because he looks too damn predictable when he's throwing the ball. His slow stride with the football coming out of his hands. It's not really good. It's not good. He's not, and when there's pressure all around him, he's not even trying to move. He's trying to hesitate on his throws. His reads are really bad. He's looking like a rookie out there. It's not looking good. Trunk says, depending on the win-loss ratio, Doug will be our next. Doug will be out next year. It could happen. It could happen. Alexander says, so Hightower get the nod tomorrow? He'll definitely get playing time tomorrow. That's no problem. There's no doubt about that. Anthony James, the McNabb team went on to finish 12-4, having a similar stem. I know, but look at our whole team right now. We look at, that even during that year with McNabb, they didn't have coronavirus. They didn't have an off season like this, so that probably affected it as well, but not by much. I'm not making that an excuse. Trust me. Anthony James, strength of schedule. We pretty much had our strength of the schedule right now. Like these first 3 games were a big strength of the schedule. But it's not. But because of how they're playing right now, it's not looking very good. It's not looking good. Bobby says some of that true. Carson and Doug do argue over plays, game plans. That's crazy if that's the case. That's not good. Green up next. I think it's in the first round of the draft. We need to draft a linebacker unless Davion Taylor, Sean Bradley play good, whether they get a chance. If they play good, we need to draft another corner. Yes. Oniel Costa, what's your score prediction for tomorrow? I honestly don't know. If I could say, I'd say if I have the Eagles winning tomorrow, I could probably say 28-17, maybe something like that. Because honestly, I'm not very optimistic about this game tomorrow. I'm really not. Sparks, let's be real. Wentz can play like my grandma in a wheelchair and won't get benched. Even if he does Hurts, we'll probably play like crap. So let's be honest with ourselves. Because if we make the switch and it happens and Hurts gets in there, I'm telling you right now, look out. Because once Jalen Hurts makes a mistake, I mean, that's it. It's kind of crazy. It's going to be a big fight. Big controversy is going to happen. Conrad, why can't we get a break with these injuries? I know. But you know what? It hasn't been looking as bad as we thought it would right now. Like, I thought last week our injury report was actually pretty good compared to other weeks and weeks last year. Chris Perez, we should win tomorrow. Bengals line is pure garbage, and their defense is complete trash. They can't rush the QB or cover receivers. And they lost both their defensive tackles with injuries. They had two defensive tackles. I forgot one of the guys' names forgot his name, but they got two defensive tackles that are out on top of that D-line. So the Eagles should have advantage in this game. Alexander Ford, thinking of what the weighing gains screw up Carson maintenance. Yikes. Everyone's saying he gained like 30 pounds. He looks fatter. I mean, I don't know what's going on, but Spark says, and Doug ain't on a hot seat. He brought us to the playoffs with a practice squad and got our first. Hey, that's all I'm Sparks. Like, I understand that, but the issue is it's a year-to-year league. Like, just because Doug won a Super Bowl doesn't mean he's going to be here the rest of his career. You understand? Like, for as long as he could be here. I mean, it's a year-to-year league. Like, if he wins a Super Bowl, and even though we've been to the playoffs ever since then, and he's not getting over that hump, and we're digressing, which this team is digressing, and it's digressing this year. Okay, it's not looking good. It's not. It's just because that's the issue with this team too. The Eagles reward players for doing good the past few. The Eagles don't reward players that done good the previous year. The Eagles reward players that were here the Super Bowl year. They gotta stop rewarding players that what they done a few years ago. It's a year-to-year league. Like, you gotta be on your A game every single game of every single week, and that's where it really makes a huge difference. No, says Alshon Jeffrey gonna play tomorrow? No. Chunk says, I was predicting 12-4 this season, but it looks like 4-12 to switch the numbers around. It's not like every time I see DK Metcalf making big play, I get so mad. Howie Rosen did not pick him. We all do, bro. We all do. Jan says, so something that happened 15 years ago with a completely different team in a different era is somehow irrelevant. Come on now. Time isn't a flat circle. I know, and every year is a different year. Like, we find our identity with this team, but the issue is, like, stop paying players or keeping guys on the team with extensions because they worked out for us a few years ago. Or these guys need to do better with this talent evaluation. Throw young guys in the fire. They've had favoritism on the veteran guys more than the young guys, and it really does piss me off. iDrip2 says Doug needs to get play calling together, have better play calling in Madden. I'm already up 36-0 on the Rams. Hey, gotta give them a call. Maxim says we need to go back to the RPO. We need to go back to everything but what Carson is doing. RPO, play action, bootleg. I don't even care if you reverse. I mean, something different. You know what I mean? Bobby says McNabb also had 5 playoff wins under his belt. And McNabb has, on that run after the 0-2 start, and McNabb has had a better career than Carson Wentz so far. I mean, McNabb has won playoff games. I mean, Carson has just had bad luck after bad luck after bad luck. I think the overall thing about this is I think that Super Bowl really mentally screwed him up. I think that Super Bowl really did a lot to him. And people disagree with me on that, but I think that's the case. Grib next says, do we have to trade up for DK or no? Is also Jalen Reagor in a way better than CD Lamb chops? I think Reagor will be a better receiver. It's the situation that Lamb is just in a better situation than Reagor right now, and that's the truth. And Reagor and CeeDee Lamb is playing better because of it. Gene Atkins, Mike Daniels, thank you. Geno Atkins, Mike Daniels, thank you. Green up next. Those are the 2 defensive tackles that are out for the Bengals. Chris Perez, injuries, at least we're not the 49ers. Yes, exactly. Diamondback says Doug is forcing Wentz in the pocket, and Wentz is listening and losing. They don't want Wentz to risk injury, but that's how he wins. Adjust Wentz, roll him out, and just let Wentz be Carson Wentz. That's all you got to do. Eagles have Lance. It's amazing historically. The Eagles have fairly poorly against the Bengals. It's not going to be a gimme game. Wentz is going to have to be on point for the Eagles win, and that's definitely true too. Haven't beat the Bengals in like 20 years. That's how long it's been. Anthony Hans says, Wentz has been inaccurate his whole career. He makes crazy good throws. Will follow up by missing wide open checkdowns to a running back. His footwork is pathetic. What is Press Taylor teaching him? I don't know what he's teaching him. Like, when he checks down to a running back, if he's checking down the throw to, like, Zach Ertz or, like, just a sideline throw, he, like, puts his whole body into a throw. Like he's got to, like, really try that hard. Like, he just looks like he's trying too hard. Or I don't know what he's doing on the field. I really don't. But Joey Shake, several articles have been written about Carson Doug issues. Both haven't been admitted to it. Carson said, I like to call them debates, not arguments. That's not good, man. Jamon Russell says, so if Carson has a bad game, we lose, and they start Hurts, and Hurts has a good game and win, what will happen long term? Long term, I don't know, but obviously they'll probably stay with the hot hand. If it is Hurts, they will stay with the hot hand. Unfortunately, that's what's going to happen. Matt says, are you hopping on Avengers? Yes, I am. Noah B says we should have drafted DK Metcalf. Yeah, trust me, I think we all know that. Danny, what's going on, bro? Thomas Williams says Howie hasn't drafted one keeper since he took over the chip. Nah, he really hasn't. Noah B, Carson needs to move more. Yes. Alexander Ford, I don't want to put the jinx on Wentz, but for 5 years he's been an Eagle. We have been injury plagued. Before we draft him, he was one of the healthiest team during the years of Chip Kelly. That's the one thing you say good about Chip Kelly, man. His sports science was fantastic. Danny says if the Eagles can't beat the Bengals, they can't beat anybody. If the Eagles want to save the season, they must beat the Bengals. Carson must bounce back, and they have to win this game. Yes. Sparks, we need to go back to before week 1 and stop Doug from snoring cocaine and get his play calling back. That's 100%. Danny says the season is over if they lose tomorrow. I think it's pretty close, man. I think it's on the edge of being over, but it could be over. Akbir, the analyst, says, I'm worried about Wentz's decision-making can be the reason we lose or win. Yes, it is. And the chemistry between him and the receivers are not on the same point. It's a big problem. Awesome Sports, the Watch football team is still awesome. I know they are. Kate Business says, Eagles lose tomorrow. Philly will start Hurts. You heard it here first, folks. Well, I'll keep that in mind, man. I'll come back to your comment if that does happen. Graham next says, yeah, literally just watch Carson Wentz 2017 highlights and just do that. It's not that hard. We should literally be 2-0 or at least 1-1. You look at those highlights, it's the same thing. But you know what? Like he moved a lot more in 17. Even 19 he moved as well. But unfortunately, he took a lot of hits during games. I think taking a lot of hits makes Carson Wentz even worse than what he is right now, and makes him inaccurate and just makes him play scared. Danny says Carson's pressing and struggling with accuracy, decision-making, fumbles, pocket presence. He's been turning the ball in critical moments of the game. It's disturbing. It is disturbing. It's like, what happened to Carson Wentz? By Murphy. Well, in 2018, Carson went 5-7, went out injured. Foles comes in, goes 3-0 in the last 3 games with the same team, and Doug calling the plays. And it's Wentz. It's weird. You're not wrong, Bob. You're not wrong, man. Emmanuel Gonger says, I have faith in my QB. He said, don't panic, so I won't till we lose to the Bengals. Then I'm on his ass. And, hey, I've been on his ass since week 1, okay? I've been on his ass. Spark, Chip Kelly needs to be our health team. Nina Alston says, we need to spice this offense up. It's too blah. Yeah, blah's not even the word. Blah is an understatement. Noah the Beast says, what do you think the Eagles' final record is going to be? It's not looking good right now. Like, we could honestly lose every game. I don't know if the Giants or the Browns are going to be a tough cookie to match up with, but it ain't looking good right now. Matt says, time for Doug and Wentz to wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Alexander Ford, y'all hit that like button. Do appreciate it, guys. JM, if we lose, it's going to be more empty platitudes like we have to play better, or I can't let that happen, or it's on me. Grimneck says, I'm going to DM Wentz and the Eagles right now and tell him to watch his 2017 highlights. Sparks says, Wentz looks like he's busy trying to out for Playboy magazine instead of being a good QB. Yeah. Sloppy Joe Sloppy Show says Carson got the yips. The yips, the scaredy cats, whatever you want to call it. He just looks like he's out of his league right now. Danny says, Bally says Carson isn't doing the basic things well. That's not good for guys who's 5th year in the league. Yeah, listen to Baldy. He's good on quarterbacks, man. Does breakdowns of all the Eagles games and everything. It's not looking good. Mets, I have a feeling tomorrow I'll be yelling at my TV a lot and probably not for a good reason. And that's probably going to be me as well. Chris Perez, but we weren't losing because of Wentz 2018. Look at the stats. He has played. He played well, but he can't stay on the field. And when he's on the field, look, what happened in 18 is in 18. It's 2 years later now into another season. So, look, I'm going what he's doing now. And you know what he's done in the past, but he's got to get back to that. Matter of one, we're not beating Cincinnati. I'm probably on board, man. I'm not feeling good about it, but I'm hoping we do. Tyree Argyle says, check out Carson Wentz 2018, 2019. The man might not be healthy. He's stepping into his throws, not moving out of the pocket. That was the same situation when he was hurt. That's right. Mayor Slade, I think Chip Kelly should be brought back as our medical staff. Manuel Gonger says, finally record will be 11-5. I don't know, man. No, the Beast. Carson is overthinking, trying to do too much. That is why he's playing so bad. Sparks, if we lose next week, we're going to cry in a corner while watching 2017 highlights, screaming, why? Hope not. Maverick, only team we being the Giants, 2-10 record. 2-10 record for us, bro. It's bad. Kenzo Rome, what's going on, bro? Bro, we have to stop it. Is 2 games. We are still 1 game out of the division, everybody. Yeah, I mean, obviously right now it looks really good. It's wide open right now, but at the same time, it's scary. It's very scary. So, there are 77 people in the chat right now. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, please, we cover everything Eagles here. Okay, check out some of the videos I have done some live stream, done some other things as well. Going to have done a few collabs this week, so I kind of minimized some videos, did some collabs this week for you guys. So if you guys haven't hit that subscribe button, please, I do appreciate it a lot. If you guys haven't hit that like button, please hit the like button. It really does push the content out a lot more. If you guys haven't checked out the Shake Squad Army memberships down in the description below, check those out too. You won't be mad about them. Probably trying to put out as much extra content as I can for you guys. But we have a big game tomorrow, and that's why we're here. That's why we're talking about it, because it's all up to Carson Wentz and Doug, man. We can talk about the defense all day, but the defense is the last thing I'm worried about, because this offense does not look like an offense. This offense looks like they don't even have a number 1 receiver. This offense looks like we're going backwards. Carson Wentz, the simple throws, the mechanics, where's the poise? Where is the swagger on the field? Where is the confidence? Have not seen it yet, and it's really making me angry. It really is. Danny says our D-line needs to show up, and they do. If they don't, we have a problem with that. Noah the Beast, Eagles final record 7-9. Probably could agree with it. Eagles Nation going to implode if they lose tomorrow. I think that's an understatement. Green up next. I saw a good take on, I don't know that show, but it might have been Ryan Clark. He said when Wentz brings his front foot forward, it makes the ball fly higher, makes a bad pass. He's done that a lot of times. Missed guys way throwing the ball at Ertz, throwing the ball. Even in the past when he was throwing to Alshon Jeffrey, he was throwing it way higher than him, and he's, 6'4", 6'3"? I don't even know at this point. Mavericks is 7-9. You tell me what 7 teams we beating. It's hard for me to tell. Alex Sammons, just joining Gangrene Gang. What's up, Shakes? Alex, what's up, bro? How you doing, man? Chunk TVYT, to be honest, Chip Kelly would be good in the health department. Yes, he would. Matt says, no, too generous to me right now because it's looking uglier than that right now. It's looking uglier than uglier. Sparks, if the Eagles do turn the season around, we will have one hell of a story to tell. By the way, you playing Avengers? Yes, I am. Kenzo says, this team always rebound under Peterson, and we are 1 game out. This kind of overreacting makes people laugh at our fan base. And I know, and I don't think I overreacted. I think I really kind of told the truth about this team and what I think about Carson Wentz and just how he's playing. I mean, it's still open, but being 0-3 isn't going to help that. Grib next. Wentz front foot forward and his back foot back. Chunk YT might be more motivated as a healthy team. I think there's more to it than that. Jake Elliott revenge game. Jake Elliott's horrible. I don't like Jake Elliott. I mean, he couldn't even kick a 53-yarder. What was it, the first week, second week? I forgot what he kicked at and missed it. Maxim Waxon, I don't think we will get picks, but I think we will get fumbles. Hopefully. Kenzo, agreed. Cape Innes, D-Jack will have 2 touchdowns tomorrow, even though we lose. I really hope we don't lose. But D-Jack needs to get more involved. Tyler Jones Shakes, can you tell me the last time we had an interception? Oh, man. Nathan Gary for the Jets. The Jets game. That's probably the pick 6. I think that's probably the last. I don't know. That could be the last game last year against the Jets. That could have been the last game that we had a pick. Mr. Cunningham, will Deontay Burnett make an impact after one full season with the offense? I think he'll actually play better, but he had no reps on the field yet, so we need to get him on the field and just get him hot, get him going. You know what I mean? Alex Burrows at Bengals QB is not a joke. I know he's not. The guy has an arm. The guy will run with the football. The guy will do a lot. So I'm not taking Joe Burrow lightly. GM, year 5, we were talking about Wentz mechanics. It's unbelievable. I know. It's really pathetic. It's really pathetic to even say that. Sparks, I'm still mad we're paying Elliott top 3 kicker money every time the dude kicks. I'm worried. Every time he goes to kick just an extra point, I'm worried. Green up next says, man, I want to see Hurts so bad. I got a good feeling about him. He's fast, man. I know he's fast, but speed don't do anything in the NFL. Speed is just an added bonus, an added perk to a player. Does not mean he's going to be great. Maverick, let's see. Manish Joshi, why did the Eagles draft Hurts unless they kind of know Wentz might be regressing? They drafted Hurts because they're idiots. They drafted Hurts. I understand why they did it, but they did it because they're stupid. You have a second-round pick and a third-round pick not even on the field right now. That's what pisses me off the most. Kenzo says there's a lot of money tied up that D-line. You're right. They should be difference makers. They should. We shouldn't have to blitz. We shouldn't have to do anything with Javon. Obviously, Barnett and Javon Hargrave, I didn't think when they were back last game, I was like, there's no way they're going to have a big game. Like, this is their first game back in a while. Matt says, yeah, Jake Elliott has been good since the lucky 61-yarder in 2017, if you ask me. Bobby Mertz says, several analysts did film breakdowns show that Wentz is going through his progressions. He's throwing to the wrong receiver, and where he should have thrown it, he's making the wrong reads. And I believe that as well. E2G said, if I see Wentz laughing again on the sidelines down 2 scores after scoring 2 costly interceptions, I'm going off. Yeah, I saw that happen. I was really pissed off about that. Tyson Urban says, what is Cop Pizzle's real name? I have no idea and don't care. Sonic says, D-Jack 5 catches 78 yards this Sunday. I hope it's something. JM, what makes you so sure the Eagles O-line is going to put up 20-plus when we have to yet see something like that this season? Don't know. I really hope they could at least put 20 up or more than that. I think it puts 30. I'll be satisfied with it. Noah the Beast says Carson Wentz is playing like Jameis Winston, and that is bad. And he's going to get worse than Jameis Winston. He's going to go like Geno Smith real soon. It's not a good sign. Hate to say it. Show enough says hate to say it, but 0-3. Green Up says Josh Sweat is good. I think he's gotten better every year. Donnie Beck says hot take. Carson Wentz gets bit by a spider, gains Spidey senses, becomes the bad he was in 2017, and beats machines in the Super Bowl. We'll see, man. I'm not thinking about Super Bowl right now. I'm way far from it. Dimeback beats the Ravens. Sloppy Show says that this is good. Is this a good comp? Burrow will be what everyone wanted Tony Romo to be. Ty says Mia Khalifa is why the Eagles are losing. What? I'm confused. Spark says, am I the only one that thinks we will beat the Bengals? Probably not, no. I think half the fan base thinks we're going to lose. Chris Perez, because the Bengals defense is complete trash, we could score 30 even if Wentz plays like that. I'm not even sure about. If Wentz plays horrible, we could still score 30. I don't know about that. Jim, could you imagine 70,000 fans at the Link being able to tolerate this? No, because they would have got stuff thrown at them, glass, beer bottles, you name it. It would have been disgusting. Disgusting. Tyson Herbert says, Mia distracted the players. Was Mia at the game? Bobby says, imagine if we lose tomorrow in our next 3 games, 49ers, Steelers, and Ravens. This could really get really ugly. You're not wrong, Bob. You're not wrong. Tyson says, I miss Foles. Hey, we got to move on, man. I don't talk about Foles because it's a waste of time. Like this has been like a few years already. Like, it's done. It's over with. Like, we need to move on from it. It is what it is. James, they picked the best year to suck. They did. They did. Man, Shashi, do you think Ertz will get an extension, or is it time to let those players who are regressing and expensive? They do trade the players that still have worth and still could play. Ertz is only a couple years away from being nothing, okay? He's got no speed. He's got nothing. I think they honestly should look into trading Ertz, and that's just me. It's not because I want him gone. It's because, like, the cap space, and we need to figure this out. We don't need 2 tight end sets, 12-man personnel. We can always use that, obviously, with our first tight end. That's our starter. But at this point, they need to get worth. They have to. They can't keep guys till the hole is dry. Like they have to try and get something out of it. And we need it. We need it badly. We have another tight end that's going to be a monster in this league, and I can't wait. Maverick, I'm literally going to rooting for every team the Eagles play until the bench the fuck out of Wentz. Go Bengals. Shonoff says sports scheme sucks. It does. And I don't know. He's not making much changes to it right now. It's too early because they're still moving players around right now. Sonic says, I think J-Jaw could be good if he got more catches. Well, that's the issue. He's not getting more catches, unfortunately. iDrip says the fans would have hopped the wall, started attacking the team. Oh, God. Danny says Tyson is on drugs. Spark says Wentz will play good, to be honest, for a team that needs preseason. I think we're still rusty. I think we're beyond rusty. I think it's worse. I think we're beyond rusty. I think it looks like this team hasn't even had an offseason. That's how bad it has become. You know what I mean? iDrip says, way to have hope for your QB. How with what you've seen the past couple weeks, how much hope do you have to see that? The guy can't even throw a simple 10-yard pass. You know what I mean? Like, he can't throw a simple pass. He can't lead the ball in front of a receiver. He can't go outside the pocket. He's playing scared. That's what's going on. That's what's going on right now. Why is it because I critique my QB and it's like I'm critiquing him because I want him benched. I'm not critiquing him because I want him benched. I'm not critiquing him because I want Hurts to start over him. I'm critiquing him because I know he could play better and he hasn't. And it's his 5th year. And it's embarrassing. That's why. Shona says we need a major start change. Yeah. Alexander will get something for Ertz while he still has value. Agree, 100%. Emmanuel Gonger said, I think the Eagles drafted Hurts to package a trade knowing a lot of teams wanted him. That's just Howie trying to be Howie, thinking he's the smartest person always thinking ahead. And you know what? I don't know if that's true. And a lot of people had, speculation that they were just trying to trade Hurts or whatnot or have him for a few years, develop him, then trade him. But at the same time, guys, if Wentz is still playing this bad by that time and Hurts gets traded, you just made this team even more bad, and then you have to go after another QB if this isn't working out. So it's a lot more to it than that. Hold on. Bobby Murphy, is it too late to cancel the season? This is the nightmare. It's a nightmare. It's more than a nightmare. Jadaris tosses Zach Ertz Jaguars for Jack. I don't mind having Miles Jack. I wouldn't mind getting Miles Jack. Miles Jack is one of the only good players left on the Jags right now because they got rid of everybody. They're in total reset mode right now. Sloppy Joe Sloppy Show. Hey, possibly a 49ers team without Bosa, Debo, Jimmy G, Kittle, Thomas, Sherm. It's a bright side. It is, but I still think Jimmy G will play. I don't think Jimmy G's going to be out that week anyway. So Eagles have land. Love Ertz, but we need to get younger. Need to draft picks to infuse this team with younger talent. Trade Ertz while you can, especially if you go 1-5. I don't want Howie here. I don't want Howie Roseman here. What we have if we trade and get first round picks or whatnot. I don't want Howie around. Period. Grim, I saw one thing saying the Eagles might bring back familiar face. They were talking about Nick Foles. I wouldn't be shocked. He could save us again. I don't think they'll ever bring him back. Danny says, Doug, that's all that Carson needs. He just needs Nick Foles to be backup quarterback again. I don't think that's going to happen. That's definitely a no-no. Definitely a no-no. Danny says, Doug is such a vanilla play caller. It's vanilla, it's boring, and it's predictable. Donnie says, Eagles gave the best helmet in the league. No competition. Sure enough, if Carson goes 0-3, do you bench him? Depends how bad this loss is. I think it depends how bad the actual loss is. I think that's where it comes in. Donnie says, let's see, Fireman 2531. I think Hurts will jump start the offense. We'll see, man. I'm not good on his reads and his accuracy. I like his speed. I like what he brings to the table, leadership. He has leadership quality, but, we haven't even seen him hit the field yet. I have little hope in Wentz, but I'm also hoping he plays good. And that's probably what I agree with. I have little hope in Wentz right now, but I hope he does play well and can turn my mind around, yes. Sparks, us betting Wentz will screw this confidence even more, and it will. Greed Up Next says, and also I like when the Eagles brought up Jalen Hurts in the game. He did some nice new trick plays. I mean, how many times are you going to get away with that, though? That's the thing. Having Jalen Hurts on the field for like 2 plays looking like he's getting the ball, but he's not getting the ball. Danny says, we need a new QB coach, but I'm done with excuses for Carson. I'm done too, bro. One of the problems with this team is they keep going back to the players from the past, try to save the day. No way Nick Foles is coming back. The ship has sailed. We need new blood, bro. Gabe, Gabe says, when's the last time Wentz has looked like 2017? I'm back-to-back weeks. I haven't seen it. I just says, also was talking to Maverick who decided to vote for every other team if they don't bench Wentz, only if the player's bad the next 2 or 3 games. Sparks, I missed the DiFilippo, or however the fuck you spell his name. Yeah, John DiFilippo and Frank Reich were working with Carson Wentz. And that was a big help. Green Up says, like, for example, when Wentz faked the pass to Hurts, and then he turned around and faked the D-Jacks, and then he hit Dallas Goedert in the middle. Bobby says, I like how you keep it real. Say how it is with Wentz. A lot of people keep wanting to make excuses for him. He's fifth-year starter, shaking my head. I know, bro. I try to keep it real as possible. I'm not going to tell you what you guys want to hear because that wouldn't be nice to do to people, and I'm not like that, so... Shonoff says, I don't care about his confidence. That being emotional, he had 5 years to get that in order. You can't get the job done. And look, you have QB coaches every single year. And if Carson Wentz just can't get it done, then it's a huge problem. It's a huge problem right now. Like, he shouldn't even worry about Carson Wentz with his regular mechanics should be top-notch right now. Even with the quarterback coach, it shouldn't even matter. Obviously, you have a quarterback coach because, he's going to just coach him. But at the same time, it's 5th year. There's no excuse. There's no excuse with it. Sonic says he did. Hey, did you know the Eagles fan base wanted Carson Wentz to get injured? That's horrible. That's horrible. Matt Hatter says Ertz is Mr. No Yak. That's understatement, but yes, he is Mr. No Yak. He's good, reliable hands. Even he's been missing some catches as well. And last year in Philly, and that's what's going to happen. Grib next says you would never know it's 2020. Noah says Eagles offense is so boring. Definitely. Sloppy Joe says, I swear I see the fake right, fake left, pass tight end up the middle like 7 times a game to the Birds, from the Birds. I know. It's like the same play every time. Teams are going to see that. Yeah, if we even ever get Foles back, Wentz would play worse than he is right now, so... that's a big game. No time to move on from 2017. And we need to move the hell on and get new blood in this. I'm not saying with quarterback position, but they need to watch 2021. It's going to be a totally different team. Just watch. Sparks, if I see one more comment about Hurts, I'm going to take a shit on someone's porch. Eagles of Lance says, agree up next, not happening. Ross Anderson, sports psychologist for Carson. Something. Therapy. I don't know. Machai says the way we are playing, we might get a 1st or 2nd round draft pick. Who would you pick if Eagles get a 1st round pick? I don't know yet. With the draft next year, it's too early to tell. It depends if we have Carson. It depends if we have Doug. If we have Doug and have a different person being an OC. If Jim Schwartz is gone or he's here or this defense picks up by the end of the year, I have no idea. JM, where's Lurie been? Has he seen his organization lately? I just don't want him to make the same mistake that he did with Chip Kelly, giving him the keys to the farm. And, I'm not saying that he's giving Doug all the advice to do everything, and Howie as well, but the talent's not brought in here from the draft. Our draft picks are horrible, besides a very few out of the few years. Very couple players, but it's not looking good, guys. Dominic Cornell said, I want Howie gone. He can't draft. Took Hurts instead of Zach. Boner Christian Fulton, and we needed. I was good to get Christian Fulton. Christian Fulton, I was really happy to get if that was the case, but unfortunately, didn't happen. Jadarius Todd says, why is Wallace not playing on the defensive? I have no idea why Wallace is not playing. I have no idea. I really don't. I don't. And like I said earlier in the stream, I don't think they have the right guys on the field. I think they need to I think they haven't found those guys, even at linebacker as well. But Kavon should at least try to get in these 3 safety sets or something. They need to do something. Because Wallace can play corner and he can play safety, so why not just throw him on the field, move him around a little bit? I don't know. Mercedes, you saw that Trump trying to get a black vote? What? Von says, cut Farsega, Whiteside. Sean says Hurts, like Wentz, can't get into a habit of holding the ball too long as well. Hurts has speed, be more effective on the run. He will be more effective on the run, but right now that's all I got. Tyler Stickman, what's up, man? Bubba 0224 says, or 0224 says, people who actually think I'm putting Hurts in going to take this team to the next level are crazy. The problem is they need to take play calling from Doug and get a real QB coach to push him. And I don't think he's getting pushed enough. And is he getting yelled at on the sideline when he screws up? I mean, I feel like they're just pampering him and they're just letting him do what he's got to do, and that's it. I mean, it's really sad. Tyson Urban says, thoughts on Wentz stands. Thoughts on Wentz standing of Wentz right now? It's not good. It's not good right now. He's got to really show up to a better QB at week 3. Sonic, Carson Wentz is on the second strike. If the Eagles lose tomorrow, I will lose Carson Wentz's trust. And that's you and a lot of Eagles fans. Trust me. I'm close to it myself. Manuel Gonger said, the Eagles literally running the same offense since Doug got here. What's the point of having all this speed if we're just going to run 12 personnel 8% of the time? Go to 3 wide receiver set to use that speed. And they haven't done that. It's like we don't even have a number 1 receiver right now. Even with Rager being out, was I really upset about it? I guess. But like at the same time, Rager's just a cherry on top of the cake. Like, it's great, but I think we could win without Rager regardless. We have enough speed. We have enough players. We have enough hungry guys. But if Carson can't get the ball to them, it's not looking too good right now. Barriel says, this is how Wentz plays when he is hurt. I think he is hurt. I don't know, and I really hope to find out he's not. No, it says if Carson Wentz doesn't get better, the Eagles should trade up in the draft for Trevor Lawrence. I think a lot of Eagles fans are talking about that guy right now. Did you see Carson's planned leg on the J-Jaw interception? It was bad. I mean, he threw that ball at J-Jaw when he should have been throwing in front of him, and not good. Okay, Guava said, I think the Philadelphia Eagles are just cursed at this point. I hate I'm an Eagles fan. It's embarrassing. Sloppy says, trade Jerry to the trainer that punctured Tyrod's lung. What? Take a shit then, bro. I want Hurts. Marisol, I hate our screen pass to Ertz like he's too slow. Bobby says Hurts had a higher completion percentage in college his 4 years than Wentz did, and against the SC and Big 12, not Division I coming out. They said Wentz was an accurate passer also. And this is 5 years down the line. That's the problem with this right now. Tyree Joe's Howie doesn't get to hide behind Doug and Carson's poor performance. He built his team. No, it'd be worse that K-Star Eagles trade up to get Trevor Lawrence. We'll see, man. It's too early to tell right now. Ross Anderson, 8 sacks. How many hits? Every time he slams the dirt, the shoulder, the ribs. I reckon he's carrying a secret injury again. I really hope not. Mayor so if we remove... You know how he is. He tries to be the hero. You know how that is. Mayor Slate says, if we remove from Howie and Pearson, who would you get? I don't know, dude. It's too early to say. Like, I'm not talking about new coaches or any of that. Like, I just need to win football games. I need to see, like, a whole review of this whole year once the end of the season comes, whether we make the playoffs or not. Tyler says, time to panic if we go 0-3. I think so, 100%. Bubba0224 says that we have a real organization problems. It starts with Howie. You can't draft. He's horrible at contracts. Our player development department is horrible. I agree, 100%. Talon Urban says personal consumption, consumer spending. Okay, you're being weird. Sonic says, here's my question. Who triggered screens? They do realize that tight ends are not fast. I think the fans like us, I think guys like us are like, know like who to run a screen with, who to not run a screen with. Like they do it with Ertz, they do it with Goddard. I don't get what's with these tight ends. I'm tired of it. Jocks, they need to roll Wentz out of the pocket. 100%. Noah says, fire Howie. Strill is 95. Bro, I still have faith. Yo, come on. Y'all, we're not dude, like, we don't give up on the season, but, like, if the season is still alive, then if a quarterback needs to be changed or if they're going to be if they're officially done with Wentz and know they're done, they got to make a change. And that's when they have to make the change. Don't just do it just to do it. Defensive end Greg Brown ended up passing away today, unfortunately. So, heard that news today. Moonish Josh said, I believe the Eagles could have kept Malcolm Jenkins. They probably could have. Obviously, we're missing some leadership quality right now in this defense, which is huge. Sparks, Doug needs an OC bad, a good one, not a damn micro, and not someone that's elevated. I hate the Eagles trying to elevate players, coaches, They try to promote within, and I can't stand that. Get some new blood out there that has a lot of experience. Trade Ertz for Landry. Venom wants to trade Ertz for Landry. Why does everybody want a receiver right now? Like, everyone's thinking that receivers are the problem right now. It's not the receivers that are the problem. Matt Hatter says, give Wentz a diaper. Sparks, Doug needs an OC, a good one, not a trash one like Mike Groh. Eagles for Life says, Doug needs to swap J.J. Ortega trash side for Deontay Burnett. I hope they do that. Malcolm Long, how he missed drafting DK Metcalf. He's repeatedly made draft mistakes. Yes. And I don't know, man. Like, Javon Hargrave was a good pick, but, man, paying another defensive lineman, like, we're just over 60 in the hole right now. 60 over the cap. It's not looking good. Man, I just want so badly to see the green confetti fall again and more rings. Bro, me and you both. It's our time in Philly. Says Wentz will be fine. I want Wentz gone. He hurt this team's D so much. Yeah. Jadarius Todd says Trevor Lawrence and Carson Wentz are the same quarterback. I haven't heard that one from nobody, but hey, at least you're being realistic, bro. Slavi Joe said all this I draft Wentz all over again. It means our Super Bowl. Our Super Bowl came because of it. Michael Rivera, what's going on, bro? Emmanuel Gonger says Trevor Lawrence is literally Wentz. Know the beast. J.J. I think a Whiteside runs slower than a pregnant turtle. Michael Rivera. Smonzo Smith is back, baby. He's off the IR. Shona says, I think it's over for Wentz, honestly, as long as Doug is here. Doug is also stuck at scheming these rookie wide receivers. Isaiah V said, if we trade up for Trevor Lawrence, do you think he would get starts? Of course he would. If he's a first-round pick quarterback, he should be starting first day. Sparks says, what happens to Quez Watkins? Nothing, man. Whenever he gets his chance, he gets his chance, and he'll be on this roster. The Eagles will not get rid of Quez Watkins for a while. Tyson says, sorry, I posted the wrong thing. That was for my ECO class, so it's all good. I was really confused. Eagles for Life says, not drafting DK was a huge mistake by Howie. That kid is a beast, and he is. Mayor Slate, the playbook need to be burnt to the ground and thrown away, and a brand new one should be in, definitely. Maxim Wagner says, if anything, our tight ends should be the ones blocking on the screens. Yes. Ross Anderson, time to start planning for when we mathematically out. What should we do? How to optimize the best use of the remaining games? They just need to call. Look, like we're saying the same thing over and over again. They need to play. They need better plays that are going to use these receivers to their advantage. They need to stop with the 12-man personnel the whole entire game. I'm not saying don't use it, but Carson Wentz needs to make those simple throws, needs poise in the pocket, needs to look like Carson Wentz, roll out, find guys open, and look like a football team. Because I'm honest with you, it's like 90% Carson Wentz, 10% Doug, because Doug is calling the plays. And there have been plays that did work out, but Carson Wentz has screwed up on those throws, unfortunately. Mike Sowell says, do you think we need to make any trades? Probably. If the season is a loss this year, they need to do something by the deadline. Donnie Beck, we need a 3-foot, 200-pound midget bruiser running back. Noah Beast, might as well become a Chiefs fan. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. That's not good. Bob Murphy said, if they do bench Wentz, I'm not saying Hurts will totally fix everything, be great right away, make the playoffs, etc. He will make mistakes like all rookies do. Of course. If they put in Hurts, I would expect him to make mistakes. Tyler Huckabee said, Fletcher Cox being traded? I don't know about that. Him getting some cap space off this team? Probably. Restructure, pay cut, something, $22 million for doing what? For doing what? For touching other men at the offensive line? For touching somebody? That's pretty much what he's getting paid for, to touch somebody and not even get in the backfield. He's good against the run, guys, but the pass rush has been bad by Fletcher Cox. It's not good. Skrilla 95, I say some. Eagles of Land said we may not need to trade up for Lawrence if we lose tomorrow or if Wedd's defense continues to play poorly. Tyson Urban, Philadelphia Eagles quarterback Carson Wentz is off to the worst start of his NFL career. He's tied for most interceptions for the 2 weeks, ranks 29th in completion percentage, 58.8, 32nd. That's dead last, and that is horrible. That's pretty bad, bro. Michael Rivera says, so Philly needs a whole new team. I don't think they need a whole new team. I don't think they need a rebuild like everyone thinks we do, but it's a tweak. We need a little bit of a tweak. Boys for Life says, start Burrow against the Eagles or keep Rodgers as a starter against the Saints. Why you got to ask me that question, bro? Why you got to ask me that question? Oh, God. I'm going to say Rodgers against the Saints. Start Rodgers. You're going to think I'm lying. Gay Gapo says, what do you think about no players in the NFL league want to come to Philadelphia? That's why it never happens. At the draft mistakes, they're just exceptional. And the draft has been a problem and a problem. Every time the Eagles fans get to that pick and you're like, okay, we're drafting him, it's always somebody else. It's always someone we don't know. And Howie's like, J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, he was on our draft board. Oh, my God, so glad to get him, blah, blah, blah. I don't know if he's trying to be too cute or too smart, but he doesn't look good. Benmont says, people got to realize winning Super Bowl is rare. Harbaugh and Peyton only made one appearance each, and I'm all with shipping Howie out of Philly, but keeping Doug and Schwartz. I want Howie Roseman out of Philadelphia. I'm done. I only want Doug here if he has an OC. If he doesn't have an OC, I don't want him here either. Jim Schwartz, he can only do well. Obviously, we're going to see the rest of this year what this defense does. If I think the defense did relatively well this year, then Jim Schwartz will stay. If he does bad, he can go as well. But the issue is right now is that I don't think that Howie is building any type of defense for Jim Schwartz. He didn't go out and get a free agent linebacker. I figured that these young guys could do something, but they still look confused. They're babies out there. I mean, Nathan Gary is the veteran out of all of them, and he still looks horrible. So, Monis Josh says, just the D-line and Slay is not good enough. We need a good defensive end before Brand Graham gets old. We don't know what Jannard Avery's going to do. We don't know what Josh Sweat's going to do. Josh Sweat has played better, but I think we need more than that. I think we need a top edge rusher. I don't think Josh Sweat's going to be that top guy. I think he's a good rotational guy. I think he's climbing up a little bit further now, but we're just going to see if the consistency with Josh Sweat getting there is still there. Master P. Joey, what's good? First of all, I want to say rip to Greg Brown. He unfortunately passed away today. Eagles Nation, check out the highlight video I did for him. Check out Master P. He does highlight videos for not just new Eagles players and stuff like that, but he does all the alumni, all the old players from back in the day, highlights. Check those out for Master P. Check his channel. Give him a subscription. Do appreciate that, too. He does really, one of my good buddies on here, does a really good job. So appreciate it, Master P. And rest in peace, Greg Brown. Scroll95 says, I say simplify the game plan for everyone's sake. Should. 106 people in the chat, guys. You guys haven't subscribed to the channel. Please check out some of my latest videos. You guys will not be upset about them. I do some collabs, some roundtables. I've done some live streams. I did more live streams this week than doing some videos. I had some collabs with Nitro Freak and Philly Talk Podcast. I did my, my post game with Desert Eagle this, last Sunday. Of course, you want to check those out. We're going to be doing a post game again tomorrow and a reaction to after the game tomorrow. So check those out as well. So hit that subscribe button; it does not hurt. If you guys haven't liked this video, hit the like button. It really does push out the content a lot. It really does, guys. Hitting that like button. Hit that like button if you want to win tomorrow. I think that's the most important thing. I think we all would want to do that. So, all right. Eagles for Life says Carson is a Coy Detmer disguise. Jesus. Shodoff 215 Trevor Lawrence or any other QB would make a difference in this trash offense. Terrible play calling. I think honestly, is it Doug or is it Wentz? It's both, guys. It's the play calling, but it is Wentz. It is both, and both are not working together right now. It's not looking good. Isaiah V said, if we start 0-5, do we throw the season? It's done. If we're 0-5, it's over. It's done. There's no coming back. This team gave up, and it's over. Malcolm Long says, why are the Eagles always getting injured? Seems like more than other teams. Because we have a really bad medical staff, and whatever they're telling these players to do to keep their bodies in shape, whether it's dietary or whatever they're doing or whatever they put in their bodies, is not working for them. Jay Koch says, fire Schwartz and hire Gus Bradley. Slobby Joe, Slobby Show, Miles Sanders, Najee Harris, is if he's there in the second or third round, backfield possibly. I'm drooling. Well, it's a long time from now, bro. Spark says, rip Greg Brown. Darren Walsh has the cheese touch. Hello. Slobby Joe, Slobby, what's Hurts' ceiling? I have no answers for Hurts right now, bro. And plus, the more time he's not playing on the field, how comfortable do you think I'm going to be with him right now? Malcolm Long says, why are the Eagles always getting injured? Seems like more than other teams. And it's always been like that. Manish Jazi says, Foles probably saved 2018 NFL season. I believe Hurts may save 2020 from embarrassment. That's something we need to see if it comes. Chris Perez, at least Malik Jackson has been looking really good. Yeah, he has. Been getting a lot of pressure in the backfield. Been doing a good job. Bubba0224 said they brought Hargrave in to be Fletcher Cox's replacement. That I don't know, but you know what? You never know at this point. I do like Hargrave a lot. Fletcher Cox, if he doesn't really get anything this year, I'm up for getting rid of Fletcher Cox and keeping Javon Hargrave. You know, you can't have everything in the defense, but you know what? If you had a few good defensive linemen, you know, upgrade the secondary. Maybe next year, Roby Coleman will be gone. You never know what you can get in the draft. You never know what you can get with anything. So you never know at this point, but we'll see. Sonic's question, my draft City Jones, we could have had Joe Mixon if the Eagles do on the draft. We better not have Howie Roseman pick the players. I don't want to trade players, get picks, and Howie is still here. Like, I don't trust him with these picks. And he doesn't take chances. He hasn't made a good trade. He hasn't made a good signing. He hasn't done much of anything. It's been the magic of Howie is gone, and it's done. Showing us as Carson's missed the last 3 touchdowns in that Rams game. 2 to D-Jax, 1 to Miles Sanders. And he missed another one to Jalen Reagor, I guess, in the first game, I guess, on a go route. But Reagor said he slowed down a little bit, but I don't know. Marisley says, I'm okay with letting Cox and Ertz go to a trade. Getting these picks to draft would be good. I think Cox, Ertz, something. If Cox plays like this, I don't want to pay him $22 a year, period. If he says no to a pay cut, bye. See you later. I'll keep Javon. I'll keep Malik Jackson for another year. I'll keep Malik for another couple of years, whatever. Sloppy Joe, Sloppy Show, Eagles D against Cincy or Giants D against 49ers? That's a good question. That's a really good question. I do like the Giants defense against the 49ers because of the injuries. I don't think the 49ers will actually win that game. I think the Giants can actually get a win here. It sounds crazy, but I actually think they could pull out a win. Take advantage, and it's only because of the injuries. I mean, if they had everybody full lock, different story. But Sonic says, can't wait to see Trevor Williams on defense. Let's hope he has some awesome career with the Eagles. Yeah, I mean, what is he, 29, 30 years old now? He's a veteran. I mean, he's played against us a few years back. He played against us, made some plays on us, so we'll see what he does. Show Enough says Fletcher Cox played his best at defensive end. I don't know about that, but, I mean, obviously they move him there if they need a better pass rush. Rocket Runner says we haven't drafted well for years. Nope, we have not. Jaden says statistically Carson is the worst QB heading into week 3. Yes, he is. It's probably the worst in Baker. I mean, everyone's been playing better than him. Eagles for Life says Howie and Schwartz can bounce. We'll see. I have no. Howie Roseman's going to bounce from what? I don't know. Ross Anderson says, will it be Avante versus 6'4" receivers? Most likely. I don't know if we're going to see how sticky coverage. It's all about this pass rush going into this game. Roger said Burrow is playing much better. 100%. Eagle Slayer says Schwartz is staying regardless unless we go 2-14. I think he's going to stay. Unless he gets another coaching job. That's what probably is going to come right into it. Howie is good with the cap and trades, but we definitely need someone else making these draft picks. He needs to stay with the cap. Howie Roseman could stay, but it's just like Doug. Doug could stay if he's not play calling and gives it to another OC. Howie could stay, but he's just doing the numbers, and that's it. He's not building a roster. And get rid of your scouting department. We're so deep at the scouting department, blah, blah, blah. Like, he just toots his own horn like we're the best at that. I don't know why. Spark says, so Joe, we say we absolutely kill the Bengals. Sorry. How will you feel since it is the Bengals? It's the Bengals. I mean, at the end of the day, it's the Bengals. A win is what we need, and that's what I want. All I want is the win. I'll be happy. But it's the Bengals at the end of the day, and I'm not going to hype them up. I'm not going to say, we're going on a run, because half of these Eagles fans are going to say we're going on a run, which is not true. QG Philly 1989 said, what's good, Joey? Shakes far as how he goes, I'm done too. How Roseman should have been built defense for Jim Schwartz. And he's not. And that's why I want him gone. Bye-bye. Floppy Joe says, defensive ends, Cox, Graham, D tackles, Jackson, Hargrave, rotation, Josh Sweat, Barnett, Ridgeway, McGill, change it up. I think it's good for this week. I mean, it's good for right now. T.Y. McGill had his first sack, first game of the season. I was pretty happy about that. Practice squad guy, moved up to active roster. Johnny Hammond says, what is our biggest concern on the Bengals? Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow's our biggest concern because he will do a lot of empty sets in the backfield, nobody with him, 5 receivers stretching out the defense, and he can make the passes. And when he stretches out these offenses, Joe Mixon can run. Joe Mixon can go to the flat, and he can move. He can run. Joe Burrow can run, and he's not afraid to do it. K. Guava says Darius Slay is what we need to get beat every now and then, but no, cute quarterback in the NFL. Every snap is just a defensive scheme of running. Go watch how he played in Detroit. Sorry, I lost my spot. I'm good. K. Guava says, at least we ain't running burnt 40-yard plays every game. O'Neal Costa, Joey, since Wentz been playing like crap, can you give me a "Are you fucking kidding me" in your Capizzle voice? That was one of the best videos you did. Wait till Giants week. Emmanuel Conger says, I feel like our offense going to play good, but our defense going to make Burrow look like Roger out there tomorrow. Matt Weeks, sub this man up if you haven't already and smash that like button. Appreciate it, man. Matt, thank you. Eagles Avalanche says Wentz actually is killing play drives, momentum, and getting players frustrated and hurt. It's Wentz. Sparks, what Matt said. Shona says Sloppy Joe Fletcher doesn't play. They moved him to defensive end. That's what he's saying. They move him over there sometimes for a better pass rush. They move Malik inside. Eagles for Life said, if you notice Carson doesn't communicate with the offense on the sideline. I don't know, man. It's starting to show a little bit. Eagles, sir, I don't give a goddamn if it's Wentz, Hurts, Stafford, or Nathan Peterman. Whoever could lead us to the promised land for numerous years to come, so be it. That's all that matters to us. The right guy for the job. QG Philly says week 2 was straight up embarrassing. It was. iDrip says it's a new era for the NFL teams. Most teams will start to rebuild. Other that will reload. We need to reload. Yes. Eagles Slayer says, in the words of Spunky, the players goes. With the words of Spunky, the players goes, the logo stays. Exactly. We represent the Philadelphia Eagles as fans. This logo is all that matters. And whoever's in to be the man for the job is here to be the man for the job, and that's all that matters. Emmanuel Gonger says, bro, Hurts will be back up in the league. Stop with the Hurts talks. Only reason people talking about Hurts because of what Lamar and Murray is doing. So now everybody thinks running QB is the new wave. And, just because you're a running, a QB that can scramble, it doesn't mean you're going to be successful in this league. Michael Trevellis says, I feel like Carson is not performing up to his ability due to the coaches not wanting him outside the pocket, injury prone or not. You got to let him play his play style if you want him comfortable. Eagles for Life says, I have a funny feeling about the Bengals game. The Bengals are coming here to win, and they're hungry. Isaiah, we go 4-12, I think. Oh, boy. Lord Dagger, what's going on, man? How you doing, bro? Eagles Slayer, I was never hyping up Hurts to begin with. I wasn't either, ever. Master P. Dagger, what's up? Bobby says, and Joe Douglas responsible for some of these drafts, too. Good luck, New York Jets. Yeah, and you know what? I wasn't a big fan. I think the first year it was good, obviously, but it didn't look good after that and kind of regressed after that. So, and you look what the Jets are going through. I don't think they won a game either. Let's see. Isaiah V said, who's Slay going to be on? Probably A.J. Green, if I had to guess. Sloppy says, do the Bengals' lack of tight end still be our linebackers? I do not know if they're going to beat our line. I don't know. And it's going to show. It's really going to show. Eagles, sir. A.J. Green. Ross Anderson says, get the yawning man O2 bottle stat. Hold on. Let me get a drink real quick. Hold on. I'm just getting a Gatorade from the fridge. It's been a long day. It's been a long day today. Okay. Okay, we good. We good. All right. I'm better now. Thank you. My boy Slayer, Master P.I. says, I'm good. Sonic says, I know it's stupid to bring this up. Dude, you're never asking a stupid question. Anyone in here, you're never asking a stupid question, okay? There's people in here that watch the Eagles casually. There's people that really don't watch everything that goes on. So you're never asking a stupid question. No, it's stupid to bring this up. I wonder how Denzel Mims is holding up this IR. Eagles Slayer, what up, my brother Dagger? Brad Wright says, Doug, the last 2 years waits till our backs against the wall to start coaching. Watch this fool call a perfect game since we were 0-2. Yeah, it seems like that happens. Isaiah V says, did you think we were about to come back last week when we scored our last touchdown? When we had the punt return, when we had the punt fumble, when Cooper Kupp fumbled the ball, and I said, okay, we're back in, but we went down the field with Miles Sanders. We went down the field running the ball and doing all these cool things and running the ball down their throats. And all of a sudden, we have a first down across the 50-yard line, and Carson Wentz just gets real aggressive thinking there's someone open down the field. And then he throws the ball and throws it behind J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. 2 guys are on top of him, and it's tipped for a pick. It's so aggravating. It's really aggravating. Donnie Beck says, a shock return of events. The Eagles hire Tom Hanks as quarterback, takes the Eagles to 3 straight Super Bowls. Kay Guava says, I'm starting to think that True Carson does have that connection with his offense like he's supposed to. It's starting to show badly. And that's true. It just seems like the team is not behind Carson Wentz. It doesn't look good. I'm hearing some rumors. All the rumors that you guys have been saying have been pretty much correct because that's what we're hearing, but we don't know if it's true, but it is what it is. Eagle says, I'm not saying he's trash, though, kid. He's so much upside and potential. Lord says, Slay will get his first pick. I hope so. Matt says, I honestly do not think Hurts would even save us right now, to be honest. Probably not. Oh, boy. Bradley and Taylor need some snaps. They can't be any worse than what we've been seeing. We need those 2 guys on the field badly. Sloppy says, Bengals wide receivers are tall. Or quarterbacks shorter, except for Slay. I see a lot of high points coming. We'll see. Eagles for Life, Joey, what changes would you make to this team if we're the GM for the day? I would get an OC for Doug. I would take Doug and say no more play calling. I'd go hire an OC that's hungry to call plays. I'd honestly, for right now, keep Howie Roseman right now because the season's already here. So for later, he'd probably be gone. Jim Schwartz would probably stay. A new quarterback coach. And honestly, right now, I have no idea. I'd be like Jeffrey Lurie, take a hold of your team right now because it's not good. Let's see. Emmanuel Garner said, y'all want to bring up Hurst's college career, but naming one Alabama QB that had bad college career. Eo Slayer, I'm well, bro, trying to keep busy. Skrill says, fuck, I don't know, still a fan, bro. Bobby says, Hurts threw for 3,851 yards, 32 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, also rushed for 1,298 yards for 20 touchdowns in 2019. CeeDee Lamb had his best season with Hurts. Sonic says, what do you see the positive side of the defense? What do you see the negative side of the defense this Sunday? Positive side, I see pressure. I'm hoping to see pressure this Sunday. I'm hoping that this defensive line starts to replicate, the guy, Barnett and Javon Hargrave are back in this lineup. I think our defensive line is pretty stacked, but they need to show it. Fletcher Cox should have a big day. Negative about the defense is these linebackers, they can't be fooled by bootleg, by play action. They need to get on their stuff right now and do a good job. So that's what I'm hoping for. And hopefully Avonte Maddox plays better this week. It's on everybody, really. It's going to be all on that defensive line this week. Slavi Joe said, if you could have one person from every other team in our division, who would it be? Every other team? Oh, man. If it was the Giants, I would really like the Giants. I'd probably take Barkley. The Cowboys, I would probably take Zach Martin right now. The Washington football team, I'd probably take, right now, I'd probably take it's like a few players I would want. I would love Kerrigan. I wouldn't mind Kerrigan. I wouldn't mind, I don't know. I like Kerrigan a lot. I mean, he's getting older now, unfortunately, but I like some of these. I like their whole defensive line, obviously. I would love an edge rusher and Chase Young. I mean, that would be a gift. That'd be a gift. I love Chase Young in that defensive line. I would like McLaurin. I like McLaurin, how he plays. Obviously, as many wide receivers as possible. Sparks, college is wild different. Is a wild different league just because someone played good in college doesn't mean. Of course, it's a whole different ball game. Sparks' last good trade, how he did was Darius Slay, and that was giving away a 3rd and a 5th round pick, but not really. That was pretty much it. And paying him top corner money. Sharp does stuff, does bad defense equals high scoring. Showing up says Carson looks and plays nervous in the pocket. Looks possible that we jumped the gun early. It happens. Carson might not be the guy. I think Carson after this injury, and I just think Carson after this injury, the more times Carson's been hit over the years, especially that first game against the Washington football team, I mean, he got hit so many times that game. It's scary. Dan said, if we lose tomorrow, people need to be fired. I think something has to happen tomorrow. Lubens Meyer says, Joey Shake's really the best reporting on the Eagles. Real talk. Hey, Lubens, appreciate it, man. I'm not the best, but I try my best and try my hardest, so I do appreciate you saying that. It's what keeps me going. Matt says, I'm going to, not even going to lie, Cox has played like shit so far this season. He has. There's like, don't shut up Joey right now. I'm going to call EDP and twerk on your face. Eagles Atlanta says 100% correct. Wentz is skittish, lacks poise in the pocket. I hate to admit it, and hated to hear it, but Skip Bayless was right. It's Carson Wentz. Eagles Slayer, Doug's arrogance rubs me the wrong way. Doug thinks he could hire coaches, assistants. He can't. He's just like Howie Roseman, but in a different department of what he's doing. Okay? He can't hire nobody. Bobby says the Bengals are really bad, dysfunctional organization. So while they're in town, offer the Wentz for Burrow straight up. Sparks Joey Stakes for head coach at Philly Jim for OC. Showing us says Eagles have landed. Facts. Sherrod does stuff. Says if I was GM, would have got Metcalf, maybe Mims on an offense lineman. That's actually good. Defensive, decent offensive coordinator and decent QB coach. I agree with that all. Manuel Gonger says, what was the point of bringing back Marty Mornweg? I don't know. What was the point of bringing in Rich Sangrell? What's the point of bringing him with these offensive minds? Looks like it's getting worse. Either Doug is not taking what all these offensive assistants are doing is they're giving Doug information on play calling and giving him information on matchups for games and what we should do and how to use players to their strengths. And is Doug even taking all this into account, or are these guys just sitting here sipping coffee, just sitting in a circle with Doug in an office at the NovaCare and not doing a damn thing about it? It's annoying. This is going to be like the Miami Dolphins game of last year. Like, this is it. Like, they lose this. I mean, obviously that was a different game because that was a turnaround game, obviously, because we lost and they turned around right after that. But there's no turnaround after this game. They lose 0-3. It's going to be really hard. QG Philly says, yep. Phil Gosler says, we keep promoting practice squad personnel. Is there anyone left on practice squad? No. I mean, we're protecting players on practice squad that, obviously other teams can't get. But there's nobody left that we could give a chance to, really. Gabe says, why do we have to pay Carson? He should be playing on the franchise tag like Dak. Well, it's probably going to be worse. Sonic 2, Sweat is going to be a very best defensive end on the Eagles in the future. I expect good things from Sweat in the defensive end. Hey, I like how he's been playing. I can't, obviously the containment on the outside by Brandon Graham and Josh Sweat has been horrible. That Rams game was horrible. They were going inside. They were fooled. They were tricked. Everyone got tricked. The linebackers got tricked as well as the defensive line, the defensive ends especially, because they have to have at least get a pass rush, but have to contain. They thought a running back was getting up the middle, and it was going to the outside on a trick play. So that's where we got screwed. Spark says, Shrav, if you would have got Mims, I don't want you anywhere near the GM. Ross says, not very analytic, but I think Wentz has been very unlucky. He's kind of brought an injury on himself with all his shenanigans. But that Super Bowl year broke his mind. And I think that Super Bowl did break his mind. Danny said, good night, Joey. Hopefully the Eagles win tomorrow. It's a make it or break it game for this team. All right, Danny, have a good night, bro. 87 people in the chat, guys. You guys haven't subscribed to the channel. Please check out some of my videos I've already done. I've done more live streams than regular videos this week. So if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. On the road to 10,000 subscribers is a huge milestone for this channel. And hope to get it this year. Maybe, I don't know. But it depends on you guys. And obviously it's the content that I bring to the table. And hopefully you guys are enjoying it. So if you haven't hit that subscribe button, please hit it. You will not be disappointed. If you haven't put a like on this video, please hit the like button. If you want the Eagles to win against the Bengals, hit that like button. If you want Doug Peterson to have better play calling, hit the like button. If you want Harry Rosen to stop drafting guys like J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, hit that like button. I mean, it all makes sense at the end of the day. If you guys haven't checked out the Shake Squad Army memberships, down in the description below, check those out as well. I'm going to be doing videos. More things are coming to that as well. So appreciate everybody being in there. Whoever is a member, appreciate you representing the squad, guys. Jersey boy, we got to win this game. I think we will have a balanced offense. Doug needs to get turnovers or pressure on Burrow, definitely. Paul Cambridge says, Carly Blue Tents Wentz is not Carly Blue Tents Wentz is not the guy for this team or city. He is too soft. Master P that says the Eagles defense needs to read the script called The Science of the Five Burrows. Sloppy Joe says, to be honest, thank God we passed up on Geist. Oh man, that was horrible, wasn't it? That was horrible. Beating his girlfriend, whatever the hell happened. I don't know what happened. I forgot what happened. I haven't read it in a while. But Sonic says Andre Dillard's trash. Looking like it. Eagles, sir, we would have had Joe Mixon. I bet you'll hear that a lot tomorrow. Knock on wood. Oh, God. Please, though. Showed us that the organization looks bad from the coaching of the training staff. Darren Walsh says, she's touched. Did you read the Diary of Wimpy Kid series? If you didn't, you should. Probably like years ago. Eagles for life. Joey, would you trade Barnett? He's been on the decline. If he doesn't do anything this year, yeah, I would. Michael Travellis, at this point, trade Barnett before the deadline. Just state the 2017 draft was a complete, utter bust. Yes. Matt Weeks, also, if you don't sub this man up, I will wipe my ass with a Cowboys jersey and set it your way and piss on your windows as a bonus. Jobby Joe says, Rasul actually doing well for the Panthers kind of hurts. Yeah, well, they probably have a better system over there. Good for him, though. Shows should have kept Douglas and sent Howie's ass to the Jets. Sparks, if you guys realize for trades to happen, another team has to accept it, right? We can't just make these crazy trades you guys want. No, of course it has to be accepted. I mean, it's up to two sides to get a trade going. I mean, that's just how it is, man. That's the name of the game right now. But it ain't looking good, man. I'm very upset about this team right now. I'm going to be more upset tomorrow with another loss. I'm really upset. Not going to be good. Not going to be good. Rishi says, Liars, do you think we could beat the Bengals? I'm 50-50 on it, but I have a feeling that's only if they play well together. I mean, that's it, but I really don't have optimism to win this game tomorrow. We need to win. We need it. And I'm going to be happy with the win, but at the same time, it's the Bengals, okay? If we can't score more than 25 points on the Bengals tomorrow, something like that, it's going to be a really hectic day. Tomorrow, I don't know if I'm live streaming the game. Maybe you guys get a surprise. I have no idea. I want to do it, but I don't know if it's going to happen. I'm going to have my reaction after the game, obviously. I'm going to have a live stream tomorrow night. Give you guys a couple hours to simmer. I know a lot of these YouTubers like doing these live streams right after the game, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do a live stream a couple hours after the game. This way we're good. A few hours, probably around 8:30, 9 o'clock, something like that. Just have everyone settled, ready to go, and to talk about this game instead of being pissed off about it. I'm going to be pissed off about it regardless if they win or lose. I mean, not if they... Look, it's just been crazy. It's been a crazy ride. It's just been a crazy ride. So we just need to do it the right way tomorrow. Brad Rice says that statue folds like XBF pick on the wall for Wentz, probably. Ex-boyfriend pick on the wall. Eagles for life. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. We'll see, man. If the Eagles can actually look good and like throw passes like it's nothing tomorrow, I'll be happy. Darren Walsh says, do you watch Bleach anime? No. Dimeback, do we need an offensive coordinator and to beef up our defense? Rock the Artist, this is a must-win. Oh, you're not... We need this win. Sloppy Joes, aren't we the only team that had stereo noise boo their own team? Yo, I was so surprised they did that. That was funny as hell. David Terry, is it time to trade Fletcher Cox? If he doesn't produce by the bye week, bye. See you later. Sparks, most Philly thing ever. The digital print house. I won't be satisfied with the squeaker. We really need to show that our offense is competent. Competent, alert, looking like a normal QB that can throw a 10-yard pass. I mean, something. I don't want Carson to go back 5-10 yards when he gets the ball and he throws a 2-yard pass, and looking that ugly from what you have on the field. Telling you. Eagle Slayer says, all I want for my birthday is a damn win. Michael Travell says, we need this game for motivation, period. I think if we win, our players will have some confidence against San Fran. Prime time. And I don't want to be embarrassed on prime time. Matt Weeks, if we, by some miracle, crush the Bengals tomorrow and win this game, I'm not going to be celebrating one bit. Quantum X True 4, I'm a Cowboys fan, but I got respect for what you do, man. Keep it up. Hey, Quantum, thank you very much, bro. And obviously, it's been crazy. I know the Cowboys have played a lot better. And I'll say this right now. The Cowboys have played a lot better. Dak Prescott's getting the ball out of his hand a lot faster. He's got Michael Gallup and CeeDee Lamb getting them and Amari Cooper getting them in the passing game. The run game is great. The plays are actually good. They're spreading out defenses. I can't complain about the Cowboys. I can't. They're doing the right thing, and we're doing god-awful nothing. Nothing. Oops. Matt says, because it's the Bengals, what is there to celebrate crushing that shitty team? Exactly. Corey Tobias says, do you watch college football because Miami Hurricanes is balling? Nah, I don't watch. I try to, but I don't have time. Barco beats Fletcher had a sack game 1. I don't even know. I'm not sure. Aniel Acosta says, Joey, 10,000 subs. Do some collabs with opponents, content creators. You're not biased about your team and keep it 100. That's what I've been doing, man. That's all I've been doing. I've been doing some collabs with some other people and stuff like that. But it's awesome, man. It's awesome. You guys have been a great support and appreciate everybody being around and giving their insight of this team. So Shadow iOS says, you think we can win? Wentz needs to step up. First 2 weeks were bullshit. Yeah, he needs to step up. I'm not even saying that in a light way. Prodco Beat says, or nah, my bad. Manuel Gonger says, Eagles need to let Wentz play his style of football instead of trying to make him into a pocket passer. If he gets hurt, so be it. Saw what happened to RG3 when they tried to make him play from the pocket. And they handicapped RG3 after that first year. They handicapped him. They never upgraded the offensive line. They never gave him better offensive line. And this is what happens. Period. Darren Walsh has a cheese touch. You watch Bleach. I do not. Slobby says, if Carson Wentz wears his hat straight after the game tomorrow, that actually says something after Collins' hat criticism, you think? I don't know what Colin's talking about. And Colin Cowherd, man, he's been a big Wentz supporter, but at the same time, he's just like us, too, at the same time. With me, you're not going to say good things about your quarterback all the time because you like your quarterback. You're going to critique your quarterback. Ertz or Lamb? Who's better, Ertz or Lamb? I mean, Zach Ertz, definitely. I mean, who's better? I mean, Lamb's better, obviously, but I love Zach Ertz. Michael Cervell says, we did turn around last year during the Week 4 primetime against Green Bay, and that was after the loss to the Falcons and Lions. I do believe momentum shifts tomorrow. Could be the start, and I'm hoping it does. Ross Anderson, if you could influence 1, Doug, and 2, Jim, through the TV, what separate influence would you exert? What the hell? It's crazy. Carson versus Joe. Carson has a lot more than Joe does. Period. Better offensive line, better receivers, better all around, better tight ends. Carson should flourish. Bobby says, Fletcher only had 1 tackle against Washington, 22+ mil, 1 tackle. It's a joke. Eagles for life. Carson has the best talent, but does not use the basic fundamentals of football. He needs to stop playing hero football and complete passes to open receivers, even if it's 5 yards. Something at this moment. Showing us this Hightower should be playing. Hightower, Watkins here, playing well against Slay in live practice, scoring on him. That's a good test as any. Doug doesn't know how to use players. I think having Slay here was huge, especially for offseason, especially for camp. Like you said, Hightower, all these guys, all these receivers, and Quez Watkins, and just you're getting all these practice against really good talent, and then getting a good corner in the room makes your receivers a lot better. But if the ball is not getting thrown, then there's a huge problem, unfortunately. So we have 5 minutes left to stream, guys. I'm only hitting this 2 hours tonight. Obviously, game tomorrow. Want to clear my head tonight. Get ready for tomorrow. We will have some other things. So 5 more minutes, I will be ending this. Just let you guys know. Manuel Garner said, you think Jeffrey play week 4? I think week 5. I think week 4 he could. It's game time decision for week 4. But I think week 5 is where he definitely will be back. Eric Benavit. Sorry, I'm dumb. I can't read. So sorry, Eric. Doug Pearson can't wait to start working with Jalen Hurts. I'm tired of this Hurts Wentz talk. I'm so tired of it. Oh, dropped my phone. Tronic says, you going live? I want to. I want to, but I don't know if I'm going to. Brad says, Wentz was Wentz looking this bad in training before the season and they ain't telling us? I don't know. I mean, Wentz did have a lot of bad days. He had some bad days. His defense was – the issue with training camp was our offensive line was not good this offseason. It was between – having no right guard, then having no left tackle and Andre Dillard. They were switching guys around so much. I mean, Wentz was getting killed at practice like crazy. So, it is what it is. John Madison said, Eagles are trash. Eagles for life. Joey, what do you think of Rieger so far? I love him. I think they have not peaked his skill set yet. I think there's so much more of Jalen Reagor. Line him up anywhere on the field, use him for whatever. I think he could be the best receiver in the league. I honestly think so. Better than CeeDee Lamb, better than all these other receivers that were drafted. All of them. Henry Ruggs, I think he could be better than all of them because he has that yak. He could catch any ball coming towards him. I think Jalen Reagor is going to be a stud, but the issue is other receivers from this draft are in better situations than Jalen Reagor. Reagor is in a mess with this offense right now. A mess. Go Bengals. Sparks says, everyone please like the stream. Helps more than you can imagine. Appreciate Sparks with the thank you very much, man. Birdman 951. I'm kind of ready for disappointment. Are you? John Mars says, nice setup, bro. This isn't even my final setup. Like, my green screen is not even sitting the right way. Obviously, the green screen is supposed to fill the whole entire screen, but nothing's really set up yet. Like, this is just like a practice. I have stuff to put on the walls and lights and other stuff I got to do. So appreciate it, man. Michael says, great job tonight, Joey. Glad I got to stop by at the tail end of it. Go Birds. Good night, everybody. Like the vid and subscribe to this, man. Hey, appreciate it very much, Michael. You have a good night, bro. John Marsh said, Jalen Reagor's already out. Shocking. Well, unfortunately, I think did Jalen Reagor get hurt because of that pass that almost killed him, that late pass? And that's what Carson Wentz is going to kill these receivers, too. On those late reads, he throws to a receiver and they get clocked. Sparks says, no amount of beer can numb the pain I'll have if we lose tomorrow. Slavi Joseph, how do you feel about Herbig at left guard and Pryor to right guard? I don't know. Herbig could play on the left and right side, so we're going to have to see. But Pryor will definitely have an advantage because he can't play on the left. We saw what he was trying to do playing left tackle. Right guard and right tackle, Pryor could play. He played right tackle at the end of last year. But we're going to see. We're going to see what we have, what's going on. Herbig, if he actually plays well at left tackle, left guard, obviously it's against the Bengals. It's not great. But I want to see if he can at least beat these no-name nobodies on this defensive line for the Bengals. And that's a good sign. That's a good sign in the end for Nate Herbig. Offensive line is looking – I think we got some key pieces. Jack Driscoll, Nate Herbig. I like those two guys a lot. Eagle Slayer, I am ready to hurt again. Michael Scott voice. Charlotte says you need a quarterback to peak Reagor's skill set. Yeah, 100%. I agree. And it's not. He's going out for these little passes. And I'm not saying throw a bomb to these players all the time, but, man, you could do so much with Deshaun and Reagor. And, oh, my God, you could do so much. And they don't. I mean, Greg Ward's been open a lot, too. Haven't thrown to him barely here and there. Bobby Murphy, when Jeffrey comes back, Carson will probably throw over his head behind him. Then Jeffrey will be ripping him again. Yeah, most likely, because that's what usually happens all the time. Okay. John Marston, best in the league. I think Jalen Reagor could be the best receiver in the league. Yes. Because he has not peaked his skill set, and I see so much more from him. I think he could be at least a top 5 receiver in the league. At least. Tronic, looks like his face of Wentz doing bad. We are not quarterback away from winning. All right, guys. Well, it is hitting the 2-hour mark. Before you leave, hit that subscribe button if you guys have not. We're going to do more of these very soon. Appreciate everybody being here and just being on that support and do appreciate it. Again, we're going to do some different things soon. Haven't hit that like button. Hit that like button. It does push the content out a lot. If you guys want the Eagles to win against the Bengals, hit that like button. Really do appreciate the support from you guys. It's been unreal. Tomorrow's game plan is going to be a surprise. Am I going to stream during the game? Well, you're going to find out before the game starts. I don't know yet. I don't know what's going to happen. But I'll have my reaction post-game after the game. And then tomorrow night, a few hours later, I'll put a post up what time we're going to start the live stream for the Eagles. Post-game show, live stream. And we will talk about what happens. So other than that, guys, that's it. All we could do, closing statement-wise, all we could do is wait and see. Carson, I hope to God you are on your A game because we need you badly. These receivers can't do a damn thing without you. Miles Sanders, I hope he runs his butt off. This defense gets some pressure on Joe Burrow. It starts with the defensive line. It starts with the trenches, and that's it. We can win this game. We need a win under our belt and get this done. Okay, guys? Don't forget to hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. I will see you guys later. Shake Squad up. Fly, fly.